It's your boy DJ Akademiks. You know, listen, this is the first.
Let me see this. Oh, hold on.
First episode of my new podcast, Off the Record. You know, I had to pop out.
This can't be true. That Akon gave you a fake ass watch.
You finally met your man. You
growing up. The fraudulent gives and Freddie gives.
Switch this from the Akon gave
The
it to my
trap
birthday.
lead. Here we go.
The ass is sitting. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. Juicy.
Yo, Jack, keep it 100. Y'all fucking Brittany Renner. Nigga, I'm dogging her out. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a fuck about no PJ Washington, whatever, nigga. She can, listen. Brittany Renner, listen. I don't give a fuck about none of that. She can have my cash, man. You trying to get married?
What are you saying right now?
I'm definitely capping.
I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm actually.
Nigga said wear 3 condoms.
She loves you.
I love her already. GG. Come on now.
I think that's girls have like a
We
certain.
saw this?
Girls have a
I
certain
ain't seen
fakeness
this shit.
about
I
them.
don't know.
So you're just calling us fake.
When girls show other girls love, a lot of times it's rooted in fakeness.
It's a very narrow-minded take, but okay.
Narrow-minded?
Yeah, because you're saying it's never genuine. That's like saying when guys show each other love, it's never real. It's like very narrow-minded.
Truth be told, niggas don't really hang out with niggas until they really think they could go through some shit with them. Women, they're looking at like, oh, cute earrings. We could be friends. That's not like real.
Facts.
I don't know any
Tell
girl
facts
that
to make
has
sure facts.
cute earrings.
Okay, but like you just gave like 10 compliments to her. She loves you. She's never ever talked to you. You've never talked to her. But you're like, okay, I kind of get that energy. And for guys, we don't shower each other. Like I didn't shower him with a compliment. He's in here. I'm like, yo, what up, bro? Like, keep it like that.
But that's how you are. When I see, if I like someone's hair color, if I like someone's jeans, I saw her ass the peach was sitting, then that's just me. I'm going to just speak my mind. It's just how I feel.
How
Like,
is
I
Brittany
comment about your
Renner
hat.
famous?
Said you're a really nice
Check.
person. I'm
Is there
really
actually
excited
an
to
answer
meet you.
to
I'm
that?
just going to be transparent with my feelings.
Yo, Brittany, I'm telling you. Yo, I came into this whole thing, right? And I'm like, yo, I'm going to do this for the City Boys gotta be up on that. This is a fact. And then we started communicating about setting this up. And you were so nice. And I'm like, this ain't the person I see online. This isn't the person who, the memes, the blogs, and other things have painted to be. And I'm like, maybe we got her misunderstood, but somebody told me something.
Nah, I'm
like,
still
yo,
killing. You crazy.
This is how she
Chat, type 1 if you killing, type 2 if you passing.
Yo,
Oh my God.
you don't think so? Yes.
No, I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's just easier. I mean, you guys already think the worst about me. And to be honest, it's way more fun being the villain. So it's like I'm really a sensitive, caring, genuine person, but I don't know how I'm supposed to translate my whole essence as a person onto a social media post. Like, you have to get me in person. You have to talk to me. I'm only someone that you can experience to understand, like, okay, so this is who she is. Instagram is play. That's my playground. It's fun.
Stop it. I remember you saying,
Stop it.
sorry, I'm not sorry. And it was one of those things where,
not sorry.
Yeah, so you know everything people are saying about you, and you're pretty much unapologetic, or you don't even feel the need to be like, hey, that's not correct.
But for me, I feel like the claims and what people say about me, it's so blasphemous that it's like, why would I address that? Like, there's nothing that's been said about me, from child support to being a pedophile to whatever claims. Like, I don't have to lie. I tell the truth and I get what I want. I have my way. It's just that simple. So it's like, for me to get on here and be like, hey, you guys, I am not this person. Don't believe it. That's already doing too much. I don't really like how a lot of artists or people in the limelight handle controversy or adversity, because it's kind of like you're explaining yourself.
Free PJ.
You guys are I could sit here and tell you my story from front to back. You still aren't gonna feel sorry for me. You're not gonna empathize with me. You guys don't care. You guys have already dehumanized me in your mind.
You think that? Actually, we might. And actually, one of the reasons of having you up here, I said to myself, because I've seen women who people have certain perceptions about them, and whether those perceptions are true or not.
He did it to himself. Hell
when
no.
I happened to get to know those women, I was like, damn, there's a lot of things that is just not glamorized, or a lot of factors not taken into consideration. Right. Hurt and a lot. When I see you talk, I'm like, yo, she's been hurt.
Right.
And I was like,
every time.
Yo, Chad, what is
like,
acting
the way she's
right
reacted.
Now? What the
And obviously, I react like every other dude online when I see you talk. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is she talking about?
She's so crazy. What is she saying?
When I think about it, I'm like, yo, she's been hurt a bit.
I think it's an
and that's why I'm interested in the story. Because I'm like, you know what? There was a time where I thought the story didn't matter. And I saw other people who were sort of similar. I saw their story play out, and I was like, you can't understand any point of this without going back to the origin. Right. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see if she's just either number one playing everyone, or this is genuine because of just what she's been through. And like, really, so we actually said this off camera, which I was like, hey, we got to start the cameras because we're pretty much doing that. You know, the conversation before. The first time I ever spoke to you, or actually the first time I seen you, I believe may have been, and I don't follow everything. Like right now, I'm not into TikTok, but I remember seeing you. Two things: 6ix9ine was on live with you at one point, and then I saw you on No Jumper with Tiana Trump, and I was trying to make up my mind.
I remember that.
I think you were writing a
I remember that. Yo, check that video ever come out.
I made up my
for
whole
research
purposes.
Mind about research purposes only.
You know? I think a lot of people did.
Okay, that's fair. You're entitled to feel how you feel.
What was going on in your life at that point?
When I was writing my book?
Not only while you were writing your book, like when you were going through this experience you wrote about in your book, and also, like, we had a quick conversation. Like,
said, I wish.
I did think 6ix9ine fucked. I thought he fucked you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. I thought he did.
He did.
Because I was thinking
you see her face? He did. Oh, my God.
Hopping from dick to dick in the industry. Real talk.
Okay, so first things first, if I wanted to hop dick to dick, that's my prerogative. It's my pussy, my choice. So
oh my God.
Just because it's not your dick doesn't mean you get to judge me for what I do with my pussy. That's first things first. Okay. Second thing is I feel like Tekashi is someone who is widely misunderstood. And granted, I know there are repercussions to the decisions that he's made. The person that I met is also very different in real life versus social media. So the person I got to know, like, I feel like he really has a genuine, he's a good person at heart. So no, we definitely never had sex. When we did go on live together and he was like, yeah, we got that tape. He was just trying to help me. He was trying to
find the tape.
Right. He was trying, but that was his way of helping me promote my book, because I have never seen somebody go from 0 to 10 million followers in a matter of less than a year. So the way that he would troll, like, he was the king of all trolls. And I feel like for me, when I am on social media now, I definitely have taken a play out of his book. It's just like, you know, if they're going to call you the villain, you might as well play the part. So no, we never have even hugged. Like, we did the soccer video together, which had over 5 million views. Of course, it did what it was supposed to do. And that was that. That was the last time I saw him. It was the first and last time I ever saw him. It was just that simple. Like, he's a good person, but no, we were never romantic. It was never like that.
So
I believe her.
But I was okay with people thinking that. I don't care. You're gonna think we already think we fuck, because like, why would we just link up in the soccer video? You're right. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, at that point, we don't really know your character. We don't know what you're about. But I'll be honest with you. Again, let's remove that and go to the other point.
Okay.
Of you being with, you did that No Jumper video with Tiana, right?
Yes.
Love Tiana. She's a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay.
She is. She's more than that as well.
Of course. No, by the way,
I know
she's
her.
a sweet person. I talk to her a lot too.
She's cool.
By the way, Tiana, if you see this, it's a shame that she's here before you. Okay, we've planned a bunch of stuff. Anyway,
Brittany wouldn't even touch you, even if she was blind.
But
Chad, you think I can't get Brittany
on some
Renner?
real shit though?
What are you trying to say?
I did feel you were trying to.
You don't think I can get Brittany Renner?
I won't say of being a porn star, even though I kind
of
thought you were going
a stream.
You were definitely trying to
if I had
capitalize
more
off a lane that has been, I don't want to say curated, but definitely spearheaded by like people like
the
Superhead
and other
people. In terms of, hey, I fucked a bunch of celebrities. Now let me tell you what it was like.
I dress good.
You wrote a fucking book. That's the first time I heard about you. Why do a book? Like, again, you're going through life. You probably meet these people because you're attractive. Why the fuck are you doing a book? Why are you like telling like these tall tales about like, yo, hey, I was with this person, that person. That made people think that, hey, you are choosing this route. Okay. And I think that's fair.
I think that's a fair take, but did you actually listen or read my book at all?
I did not read the book.
Okay, so let's start there.
I saw first of all, I saw excerpts and snippets where you were describing people's sex game, and I was like, this is the same old, same old. We've seen this already. We've seen Superhead describe everybody's penis in the game. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that Shaq has a 6-inch. I don't want to hear it. You feel me? Also, I was disappointed when you started breaking down details, which, again, going back to the book, I really want to figure out the mentality, because a lot of stuff I see, at first I keep saying I have a really upset response to it, like many people, but then I'm like, damn, it's
6 inch on a 7-footer is crazy.
When you put out
it is crazy
sexual relations that you've had,
I didn't think we'd have at least 10.
Like, for example, Uzi, I'm a big fan of his, right? And then we're like, oh wow, wait, whoa, why are we hearing about this? People who are following the Black Lives Matter, or they're fucking with Kaepernick, and they're like, whoa, what's up with this shit? You know what I mean? Why did you do that?
Okay, well, I will say that if you were to read my book, it's 7 chapters about 7 different relationships. So I can tell you, I've fucked 30 guys my entire life. And trust me, the people...
To this day?
Yeah.
Facts or fiction?
30.
On the dot.
On the dot. I know first and last names, zodiacs, like that's... I have no secrets. So... I wish I could have done more dicks. I wish I would have been sluttier. And there are certain guys I wish I would have had sex with. Right. There are a lot of guys that are,
Well, chat,
I look back and I don't know why I
lucky
didn't.
number 31.
But to get back to your question, there is nobody that I named in the book. But it's truly the state of the culture that I didn't name.
You didn't name people at all?
No. So I put a bunch of fake names, and all of the names spelled out the one thing they had in common. And it was selfish. I never name dropped anybody because you know why? I didn't have to. That's where we are in media today, is that you can throw allegedly in front of something and you can get away with, pretty much kind of telling the truth. So I knew that if I gave just enough clues in the chapter description and just whatever I was telling in that story, I knew that people were going to run with it and assume. There hasn't been one list of names in my book that is correct. There are some that I'm like, okay. But you guys, there's never been just like a list of names that are absolutely accurate. But it's just that I just
you wrote about 7, so no one's ever gotten the 7 dudes.
No, not all. No, not all 7 correct. No.
They got the 2 that matters.
I don't know who that would be, but the reality is it wasn't about my sexapades. I've had way more interesting stories than what I wrote about. Those 7 people were very pivotal moments in my life. And that's my truth. I'm entitled to tell my story. Now, if that includes you, then it includes you. But there was never any, I've never posted screenshots. I've never been boo-hooing on Instagram Live. I've never outed anybody. There's been no man that's ever spoke about me publicly. Why? I'm such a terrible person. I'm such a big bad whore. Well, then how come people aren't airing me out? It's just a bunch of strangers who want to know what my pussy's like, just doing all this. Because you're going to have to do me something. Because y'all just talking. I don't care. These people in real life know me. Like, I know the truth. And any man that I've been involved with, you know what it is. There are 2 sides to every story, and then there are screenshots. I don't play that shit. Honestly, the one thing that I was really excited to sit down and talk with you about is like, yeah, like I am different in person. Like I am genuine. I guess I'm naive because I believe in love. I do believe in true love. And I believe in true love because I exist. And so, yes, every man that I've met, I am guilty of wanting a relationship with him. Sue me. Like, oh my God, I'm such a whore. And yeah, like that's really, I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted a husband. That's something for a long time I couldn't.
All these 30 niggas, you don't have any...
But it's what happened with PJ.
A group of them, you're like, hey, listen, I just wanted to fuck them for the fucking, just the joy of fucking, or just to say I did it. Bucket list shit.
Yes.
I mean, every single guy that I've had sex with, I was hoping it could be more. And that's maybe where I'm just naive. I'm a Pisces. I'm a hopeless romantic. But I truly wanted a relationship. Like, why would I give my body to someone if, like, what? That's the thing with young guys. It's like they want to just hit it and quit it. A lot of guys who believe in foundation and stability, it's like you beat it to keep it. So in my mind, I've always been like, why would I want to give you my body and then see you later, never talk to you again? Like, why would I want that?
There's ways to do it, though.
Niggas want to hit it and quit it, chat. Facts or fiction. That's facts. Some of the,
like, for the excerpts I've read, you fucking early, like super early.
So
and that is, by the way, you know, I've always said some of the best relationships come from fucking first date. PJ. But you're gonna get some of the biggest disappointments too.
No, I do agree with that. That of course, if you give yourself that early, you're kind of opening it up to whatever. But I also feel like, so if I make you wait 90 days, you're gonna respect me more. So right now, yes, if me and you were going on a date and I make you wait 90 days, you're gonna be like, she's so different. Oh my God, I just have to wife her. You're gonna be like, bitch, you play too much. And if you want to fuck me, if I wanted to fuck you, I wouldn't be giving you my truth if I made you wait 90 days. How is that respectful? Well, you gonna respect me because of that?
No, I won't. So from the
there we go.
Hold on, from the male's perspective, like we just want it instantly. From the female perspective, and that's why people always look at females differently, is that you know the intention of a man.
Play too much.
But if your intention is to have a relationship, you know that you probably have to see other things other than the basic things that you would need to have sex. For example, I'm guessing maybe just attractiveness or, you know, some type of, you know, short chemistry in terms of like you guys being able to talk. That's not enough to tell you that someone will want to be in a relationship with you. That might be enough to tell you that someone would fuck you. So if you are the relationship type and you're talking about you're looking for love, you're looking for all these things, you're not just going to be like, hey, listen, I'm just going to link with you and just be like, have it all, right? So when it comes to waiting, it's not necessarily about waiting. It's more about analyzing the person. That might involve waiting, might not.
Right.
You might get that connection with it.
Chat, correct me. I have to pause it because I don't want to miss this shit. But chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like a relationship is more of like a connection like through the soul. Like it's more like on some brain shit. Like, well, at least for me, you feel me? Like me personally, if I want to get in a relationship with a girl, I gotta know what her mindset is like. I don't give a fuck if I can fuck her. There's mad bitches I can fuck. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you know what I'm saying? With me personally, it's just what's in your mind. Like how do you think? You know what I'm saying? Like at least that's just me. You feel me? Facts or fiction? Facts.
The person be like, hey, I know this person is gonna fuck with me after this, and we just have to get inside the way.
I understand that perspective, but in the same breath, I also feel like men have to have sex, and then that's when they explore the bond. They don't explore the bond before sex.
Before?
And
no,
now
I'm
not saying that's
but hold on, let me
concrete.
tell you something. Let me pause it. All the females that I wanted to have a relationship with, it was just on them. Like, bro, you can ask anybody in the world. Can no female I've ever been with, slept with, none of that. Can none of them ever said I did them dirty. Ever, nigga. Ever. I never did nobody dirty or foul or wrong or any way. And I always tell them my true intentions before. It's either a fuck up on their end or it just never worked, nigga. It's simple as that. It's facts.
How I
Which
feel,
men?
I'm saying
because
I feel
another
like
thing I think about you is that I think you're targeted. If you meet a guy in the entertainment industry,
okay,
you meet a rapper, you meet someone with a lot of money, you meet someone who is popular that meets a lot of women. We don't have the luxury of that.
I'm not going to no other.
I always tell people who
specify luxury of what?
The luxury of investing a ton of time to figure out shit. We usually have to figure out the main things quickly.
I promise you.
Okay, cool. Are you sexually compatible? huge thing in any relationship.
But that's what I just said.
No.
Having sex and then exploring the bond.
But
if I don't give you any pussy, you're gonna be like, girl, bye.
But hear what I'm saying.
Okay.
Ash,
if you are trying to fuck with someone who's working, I don't know, a 9 to 5, like in a fucking office, they're making $85K. Like for them, it might be about the bond before sex. Like when it comes to entertainers, you know how entertainers are gonna give it up. We're never in the same place. Frequently, there's not much time. There's a lot of moving parts, so that becomes, hey, this has to happen quickly. If you're dating someone who has a very stable, very, menial type of life, and this is where I get to women like you. You don't want that nigga who's just working, getting $85K, and
That's facts.
He'll take you out on a bunch of dates and he'll wait a month.
That's facts.
You want the entertainer, and the entertainer is not going to wait for what?
Okay.
Facts.
I'm asking you, are you attracted to the regular person, or do you like people who are in this business of entertainment? Be honest.
I mean, I think realistically, first of all, I'm not gonna limit my options just because somebody works.
Oh my God.
First of all, $85,000 is a lot of money. Let's be really clear. That's a great job.
So I threw it out there.
But I feel like with what comes with me, it would have to be someone who's maybe just more versed in this lifestyle. Not because of finances, but more so like mentality. So
what?
I don't know. I just kind of feel like
what?
At this point, if I'm being 100% transparent, I don't know who is going to have the courage to be with someone like me. I don't know.
Okay. So let's bring it back.
I don't know.
So before I knew who Brittany Renner was, how did you get to link up with all these entertainers? Because you had, at that point, you should have been at the point to say, hey, well, this guy, you say you had 30 people who just, for the most part, right? You're like, hey, listen. But you said all the bodies were people who you wanted to take serious, who didn't. You could have been like, hey, I'm going after entertainers. I'm going after people who are in the industry that seem to not want to take people serious. How about I go after the guy who's a banker? Why didn't you not do that initially?
I did. There was a time I even dated a lawyer.
Oh my God.
It just didn't work out because he wanted other women. He wanted freedom. That's a
I don't believe her,
regular type of guy.
Even a lawyer, lawyers are rich as fuck.
It doesn't mean lawyers make like $250,000 so much better. Like you're never gonna. You just weren't my guy, and that's okay. So yeah, I've
at least 200
talked to regular guys. Like I mean, what am I saying? I'm a regular person too, So it just didn't work out. If that's not my person, that's not my person. I don't know who my person is at this point.
Stop trying to spin me. How the fuck you get to be linking up with rappers and entertainers?
Not all, but
you.
She's not dating a regular lawyer.
And unless I don't know something around regular motherfuckers. Why did you feel like, yo, I got to start linking up with rappers and entertainers?
I never felt that way. I never felt like, oh, I have to. Respectfully, I'm a big fish. What are we talking about? I'm a shark in the middle of the ocean. What do you think I'm going to attract? Heavy hitters as well.
First time you ever linked up with, you don't got to tell me who. First time you ever linked up with someone who is popular, clearly not around from your region, from your city, whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Why, as opposed to the guy who probably, has a dope ass job in that city that you probably see all the time? Why did you respond to that DM, or I don't know, however you met that person? Why?
I had a very regular boyfriend, back in 2014, white guy, and there were
dudes?
No, that was my first. No. Ever since
we're figuring it out. We cracked the matrix.
No,
cracked the matrix.
Here we go. My type. Stop.
You're biracial, right?
I am biracial. I'm black and white. But that
Mom
was
white, black, dad black.
Mama white, daddy black. So that super bright. So listen, that was what I went through. I'm not gonna say never, but it's a very small chance that I would ever be with a white man again. But
why? We want to know because honestly,
I just feel like they just don't get it.
Yo, niggas is on fire right now. So trust me, we are celebrating. We're just wondering.
She said, "It feels. I don't know. I just feel like they just don't get it." That was funny.
You know why all these like people are like fucking with Trump and this and third? They're realizing that, to be honest, they're about to be breeding out.
White men, bro. Why she do that?
This is literally Darwin's theory, just of like fucking evolution or like just survival. More and more women, whether they're even white, biracial like yourself, black women definitely, Hispanics, Asians, they look at white dudes like, ew. You said you dated one, you're half and half, and you're like, I don't think I'll fuck with them again. Why?
I just feel like they don't get it. And I, as dating one...
Get what? Like, you got to explain.
They don't get it. They don't get it. Their reality is so much different than a black male's, from a biracial person, whatever. They just don't get it. Like, there's a privilege we have to acknowledge, and that's kind of it. Like, the person that I was with, I just feel like their comments with their family and just the way that they view the world was very different than what I did. Now, that's not to say a white man couldn't come up in here and sweep me off my feet. I'm not even saying that's impossible.
Jack Harlow could fuck you. That's a fact. If you see Jack Harlow,
he's kind of smooth though.
You fuck that nigga. I know you will.
Yeah, but
what does it take for you to fuck? Why is Act talking like this? Yo, this nigga Act's horny. He's horny.
Cause now I know you're nice. What does it take? We about to give the niggas a blueprint right now.
I mean, I really have to just want to fuck you. It's not about
physically. So
no, I really don't have a type. I mean, now let's be clear. I don't really have a type. I just
that's cap. You did you have a baby with a basketball player. That's your fucking type.
I love someone who's 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Like
he's 6'8".
Yeah, he is. He's 6'8". But
I'm like 5'9".
Are you?
Yeah.
You seem taller than that.
Niggas seem disappointed.
He's taller than that person. But no, of course there's a maybe a more ideal physique. But to be honest, I've kind of doubted.
Jack Harlow gets it, Chad.
You fucked Uzi's 5'4".
Who said that?
Bro, you could admit it now. Like, he don't even care. He got he's with, what's her name? JT? Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
But I feel like that's...
You like short dudes?
I don't discriminate.
You like fat dudes?
I don't discriminate.
You like ugly dudes?
To me, it's not. I feel like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So to me, no, you're seriously rolling your eyes.
You want to finesse yourself?
No, it's not. No, but I'm saying
she's about the bag.
Let's go.
I'm about the bag.
Beauty is in the eye of the bank.
Hold on. Actually, no. I'm not gonna let you say that about me. I'm not gonna let you say that I'm about a bag because I've been on. No, it's not about clout either.
Just the bag thing.
No, stop. Because I let you talk, you let me talk. So, at the end of the day, when it comes to clout, if it came to clout, then why would I have a child with somebody that not too many people know like that in the basketball world? Why wouldn't I go out of?
I'll Google his salary. He's making like a couple million.
No, I loved him. It's just that simple. Like, that's who I thought I was going to spend my life with.
But you wouldn't love somebody that's making 60 or 80 grand. You know it. Like, you just said about your little white,
because, you know what? Like I said, yes, I want true love, but I'm not going to let you sit here and try to make it seem like I'm about a bag, because I've been on Instagram since 2012. I've been an independent bad bitch for almost a decade now. Okay, so when it comes to, that's why I waited. I mean, I was 29. I had my first kid. That's no fluke. I have been on birth control for 8 years. No, it was not. I will not. That's what we're not going to do. No, that's what we're not going to do. You're not going to call my son a cash out. My son,
no, not your son, but like that relationship. Because
no, it wasn't.
Brittany,
stop. Let me finish talking, because like I said, I let you have the floor. You let me have. It's not a monologue. Okay,
I love this. Go ahead.
Like, yes, if you guys want to call me naive for thinking a 23-year-old basketball player was going to be faithful to me, then guess what? I'm naive. I thought I thought that's where it was going to end. I thought I could hang my jersey up. There was even times in that relationship I wanted to deactivate my Instagram, because that's just how devoted I am as a woman. So you're not going to sit up here and call my son, it's making me emotional. No, you're not going to call my son a paycheck. You're not going to say that relationship was for that. No, because at the end of the day,
I'm talking about your relationship with him.
My child's father.
Why did you settle down with him as opposed to the other 29 guys? Come on now.
I felt honestly, I felt like
he was over his head with you.
And you know what? If he feels like that now, that's what he's entitled to. But I genuinely thought in my heart that he saw me for me. horns and all. Like, I really thought, like, he was like, you know what? I accept you as you are. I do not judge you. I'm here to stand by you. And you know what? I was wrong. I was wrong about it, and that's okay.
I saw you posting pictures, and I saw, like, you took a change in person. Everything you're saying now may have matched what you represented before you met him. When you were with him, and for everything we saw visually, it was like, hey, listen, I have now turned into a woman who is now fit to be a queen and fit to be someone's wife. You are not doing all the shit you're doing now. So let's not act like you ain't switched up at all.
No,
so you made a cognizant decision then. And what I'm saying is that when you talk about all the guys you've been with and you said, oh, they, you wanted more with them, you didn't do it for them. Did you?
I didn't do it for them because they didn't want it with me. And you know what? I'm so happy you brought up the switch up, because you're right. I switched up on so many friends, my business, myself, because you know why? I was so ashamed of everything I've ever done. Like, I've been living in shame up until I really recently left that relationship. So I was trying to fit what I thought a mother and a wife would be.
Why shame? Shame that he brought onto you, or
no, my own shame. You have to understand, every person in your life is merely a mirror. So for me to live in shame and to feel like I had to change, that was my own stuff. That's not his stuff.
I believe that.
That was my shit that I came into this relationship with. I feel like, oh, a mother is someone conservative that suck a dick and shut up. Like, that's what a mother is. A wife is someone who plays in the background, that's not too pretty, doesn't wear makeup, doesn't wear certain outfits to basketball games. Like, that's what I thought. And that's the honest to God truth. So I felt like if I wanted to be someone's wife, I would have to tone it down. And it's so funny because when I had told my child's father how I was feeling, he was like, if you ever had to change who you are to be someone's wife, would it even be worth being someone's wife? And at that moment, that's what started my thinking that, what am I doing? Why am I changing who I am?
Can I say something?
You can.
But, chat, you want to know why I don't believe her? It's because after the whole PJ shit happened, she was kind of bragging about it. Like, yo, chat, I think I seen her at like a college football game and she was cheering on for a certain nigga, and niggas is like, yo, she looking for her next target. Like, yo, chat. Like, yo, this is why it's like I want to believe you, but I can't. Like, you feel me? Like,
so
I can't.
That's a great sequence of events, and also, like, I think I understand it all. But I could tell you why you might want to change, right? A lot of times women might act like, I know a lot of women who they act like they don't give a fuck about dudes, this and third, and they're just having their fun. But in reality, it's usually because of hurt. And this is where I come back with you. So I'm like, if you say you felt that shame, like maybe you wanted to really just have a family. And you're like, hey, listen, what I was projecting before was not necessarily who I am. And now I feel like I have a legit chance of it, of getting that fuck that shit. And now I do feel ashamed of it. So I'm going to try my best to rid myself of that image. Right. So that's what I thought. And, like going into that relationship, I'm like, damn, she kind of switched up. Right. And also I thought he was brave in terms of accepting you despite what your past or what people might have saw about you were. But then afterwards, and again, however it ended, and if you want to choose to, tell what happened, it's on you. It felt like this is where everyone felt duped, because it felt like you reverted to the person you were before you met the nigga. Facts. And you were basically was like, hey, yeah, I'm the same person as I was before I met him. And yeah, that's his fault, or that's whatever. Like, I'm me, and this is me, not the person who was with him.
Okay. Well, I will say that he's a good person, but in my personal experience, he has not been a good partner, which is why we decided to part ways. And when I made the video about stepdaddy season and trusting his judgment and moving on,
was bad.
I genuinely felt that way. That's the reality of our situation is if we're not going to be together, we are going to be apart. We're going to co-parent. We're going to date other people. I want him to be happy. So that's okay that it didn't work out with him because he was a huge teacher in my life. Now, I will say to your asking why I flip-flopped, I feel like I have a lot of contradicting qualities that I can be loyal.
Oh, hold on. Let me pause this real quick because this is actually a good question. I had this conversation before. Would you guys ever be a step-parent, whether you're a girl or a boy? Would you ever be a stepdaddy or a stepmom? Why or why not?
So nigga bang bang, hope for the gang gang, smoke for the pain pain.
It's like, how do we believe you if you threw him on child support a month after the baby?
Facts.
It's hard to believe your plan wasn't to trap
him. Yeah, a month after the baby. Why is he even on child support? You independent. Yo. Oh my God.
So devoted, it's disgusting. I actually sometimes hate it about myself, but I'm also a slut with who I'm with. So it's like, yes, there are things about my personality, about my character that contradict one another. But what it comes down to is I thought I had to change to be loved. I really thought that. I thought that, oh, well.
Did he tell you that, or did
no,
you feel
it was,
that?
I felt that. I felt like, and when I was wilding and doing all that stuff, like, I'm naturally wild at heart. From when I was in high school to now. Like, I am just different. That's just how I am. And I have judged it because I felt like I should fit a box. Like, I should be calm or I should be completely wild. Like, and if I'm wild, that means I don't give a fuck. But if I'm calm, I'm conservative. And it's like, there's just so many things that I put.
What does wild mean to you?
Really, honestly, when I think about what wild means, it's just being myself. Like, yeah, like I live in the moment. I'm now to now. And I genuinely just felt like what a mother should be, what a wife should be, was just my own judgments. Like, you can't be loyal and a slut. Like, you can't be both. Like, if you're in the bedroom, you're very conservative. You're not really just going to town on that dick. You're none of that. Like, it's one or the other. And I realized there's a gray. Like, you can be both. And that's where I accept whatever comes with that, because I did try to change for a man. I did try to portray to the world that, oh, I'm not like this, but I'm really that. But I never, like, it's crazy that people say, like, oh, you finessed him, you did all this stuff. It's like, no. Like, I genuinely loved him and believed in him.
Well, hold on.
What's with the child support, though?
I just want
You know, like...
Imagine in the next 10 years that child is going to be bullied so hard. I feel for that kid, pray for his future.
He not going to be bullied in 10 years. Why would he be bullied, bro? Bro, we don't even know, bro, I don't even know the kid's name. You probably don't even know the kid's name. How the fuck he gonna get bullied? Like, you feel me?
Understand this.
Okay.
So, genuinely at heart, what makes you feel like you're being yourself, and what would make you not necessarily happy, but makes you not feel like you're portraying something, is not necessarily everything you were doing while you were with him to try to keep that perfect imagery. It's what you are now.
Yeah, I would want, like, moving forward now, whoever my future husband might be, I want a man who we could go out to the club together.
Let's go,
and, like,
Brittany.
I'm standing on the table shaking ass, and you're just...
I'm smacking it.
Hey,
But shaking ass for him.
Come on,
no,
man.
just shaking ass.
Bring it this
like,
way, Ak.
you are secure
Come
enough
on,
in
man.
our relationship to know that anything I do here it doesn't translate. There's no correlation. Me standing on a table shaking ass, what does that mean? That doesn't mean I love you. That doesn't mean I'm loyal to you. Why can't I show whatever my full expression is and still be loyal to you? And so that's where I feel like the man that I need is a unicorn. Because
no, stop it. Yo, this sounds good, doesn't it? I'm gonna tell you
the
why.
truth always sounds good because it's the truth.
No, stop it. Because you also talked about, and again, I'm down to get this personally. You're down to get it, and if you don't want to,
bring it up. Let's go.
We could just be ambiguous about it. Ambiguous section. You mentioned his quote unquote issues. If he's doing things that could entice women in the same realm that you're doing it, I guarantee you're not cool with it. Are you?
I have always been cool with him being himself, whether that's having female friends, going out to the club. I've always been very comfortable in my own skin to be like, what he does, you want to go, you want to have fun, you want to
So you're
dance,
cool with him entertaining women, but you also mentioned...
I never said entertaining women. What me dancing on a table at a club has nothing to do with me entertaining men. I'm doing what I naturally want to do, whether it was a gay club with just women or there's both. Like, why are we judging so harshly me sitting on the table? Why does that correlate into my relationship and what's going on?
Well, it does correlate. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're writing a book. I feel like that's you entertaining the thoughts and the desires or even the people thinking about what goes on in your sexual life. You're entertaining people. Like you might just think, oh, I'm just putting this out in the atmosphere. If he put out all his sexual escapades or if he was actively entertaining women, you would feel a certain type of way. But because you've done it, and maybe you think it's in a way that there's some sort of distance or it's talking about your past, you're like, it's fine. But if he's out with a bunch of hoes, right, maybe he's not fucking any of them. But the mere fact that he's out with them and entertaining them, you're going to feel a certain type of way, aren't you?
Well, we're talking about two different things. If he were to write a book, that's his truth. So if I can't listen,
so it's only acceptable when he does what you did.
That's not what. No, you're literally trying to put words in my mouth, and I'm sitting here in front of you and explaining to you. If I wasn't okay with his truth, I wouldn't sign up to be with him because love should never feel like a prison. It should be freedom. It shouldn't be you can't do this, you can't talk to this person. There are things that I caught him up doing that I'm like, if this is someone that you would like to communicate with, just communicate to me and let me know. Like, I understand that you have female friends or whatever the case may be. I understand that. But I don't like liars. So let me know what I'm signing up for. The truth is the best game. So you're saying, again, you're talking about entertaining women versus dancing on a table at a club, not shaking ass in front of anybody. I want the man who's just going to say, I'm going to let her be who she is, and we're going home together.
It's your history matter. You've written books about fucking all type of niggas who basically, whether they're basketball players or they're just other entertainers, these things are preceding him. He's seeing that he might feel like, hey, could you be a little bit more conservative while you're with me just because of your past? And if he's supposed to accept your past, you could still flaunt your past because it's not current. Do you understand what I mean?
My thing is if you're judging me based on my past, can I judge you then? Because let's be really fucking clear. Let's be clear though.
Is it public?
The only difference between my past and your past is that mine's on the front line, and people don't know what you do behind closed doors. No, but at the end of the day, if you're running trains on bitches, if you're fucking the scum of the earth, the only reason that you get a pass is because people don't know about it. I'm just real enough to say this is my shit, this is who I am, and I'm gonna stand in your chest with it. That's the only difference between me and you. I know you fuck more than 30 bitches.
But he not embarrassing you. I'm
not embarrassing him. Because if my past is embarrassing to you, then you got the wrong bitch. Then go be with somebody else whose past is less embarrassing.
Hold on. Not necessarily that if you're rehashing it or you want to indulge in behavior.
That book was before he was even thought of.
Okay.
Because a lot of people say, oh, she was at his height.
But if you want to continue the same behavior,
it's not about continuing the same behavior. It's the fact of this is my truth. This is what it is. And before we even made it official, I literally named off every person I've been with. You let me know if you can sign up for it. So nobody can sit up in here and say he didn't know what it was. I literally told him name for name. If you can't handle this, somebody else will. Because I'm not going to be ashamed of what I've done. Let me finish. I'm not going to be captive to decisions I've made before I met you. Because you know what? Every single decision has led me to you. So if you would like to judge me, knowing that you ran trains on bitches, you did this, you fucked way more bitches than me, and you're way younger, if you want to judge me on that, then you missed out on a good person. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. And that's for every man watching this too. A lot of guys, y'all are so quick to judge what women do. Facts. When y'all do the same thing, if not worse, and you don't think about it, putting the shoe on the other foot. When you're single, you do single things.
Do you think? Okay, so
never run no trains. I ain't gonna lie, I'll never do that.
I've been drinking.
I gotta take a piss break real quick. But really, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna give you some time to think about it. Do you think that what you can do is equal, or what you have done is equal to what he has done? And I'm gonna take a piss break because this fucking Casamigos is running through me. You can pause. Tell me when you're ready to start again.
I'm following your lead. You're the captain.
What the fuck? Hold on, child. Hold on. Where the fuck did that come from? Hold on. Damn, chat. Why wasn't I in that? Why did I did my off the record podcast when I was there right there? Hold on. Like what? Like I said, I lost.
Record.
Where did that energy come from?
You know why you're great? Because
listening.
I feel like you could catch unassuming people off guard. And I think that's a talent.
Captain Ack.
I told everyone around me, I'm like, yo, going into trying to set this up with you and messaging you myself and getting those responses, and like us even like we sent voice notes back and forth. I was like, damn, this is not the person who I've heard about and seen online. It's now made me feel that she is a really nice person. But I do believe that, I'm not saying it's an act. I do think you're nice, but I do think you know probably how to manipulate. You got it. You got to.
Of course.
And there's something unassuming behind this little smile and also that look. It's a reason why, as much as, first of all, I don't necessarily look at you as a whore, to be honest. So,
thanks for that.
Seriously, most people do. You know that. I look at you as a manipulator.
I've been called worse by better.
Better? Hold on. No, but seriously, though, I look at you as
what the fuck?
A manipulator, and why?
What
supporting evidence do you have?
Just losing together. Go, she's tripping. Go, she's
tripping. Have I ever manipulated you?
No, you couldn't.
Okay, so I must not be that great of a manipulator then.
No, but I'm someone who's 30.
You're a manipulator to the sucker niggas. You're the manipulator to niggas like CEO Gucci, Big Boss Honcho. You're a manipulator to the suckers. Not to the CEO. Come on, man. Come on, man.
But when you're linking up with people who are playing in football games of Jackson State, I don't even know what the fuck that is. When you're showing up there and someone's 18 and you're internet sex icon and you're Brittany Renner, who they've seen their favorite artist kind of like you talk about.
Niggas like Giannis deserve a lot of credit for avoiding this kind of bullshit. Facts. KD too for just being single and hitting the club. Facts. We don't hear shit about KD or Giannis. Facts. Them niggas be dumping them bitches. Facts.
Definitely had stories about, and now they have an opportunity to be with you. It's easy to manipulate that person. I do believe it's manipulation why you particularly go after.
I gotta respect your confidence.
That's not normal when it comes to women.
Okay, so do you know anything about Jackson State?
No, they probably suck.
So do you know anything about my history and why I'm tied? Why would I go to Jackson State? Do you know why?
I'm trying to figure out the player you're fucking. I'm trying to be honest. Who is it?
I'm not having sex with anyone that
no player.
Jackson, Mississippi. No, I'm not.
You're not scouting no one.
So I had a full ride. I had a soccer scholarship. So before I didn't have any talent, I had a talent. I was an athlete. I was recruited as a center back. Yes, I was. I held shit down, as I'm doing now. When I was there, we won
center field?
Center back. So the defense. Push out! Yeah. So that was me. When I was there, we won a SWAC championship. When I was also there, I was freshman of the year and MVP of the SWAC. But again, that's useless information in really propelling this false narrative forward, because nobody cares that I have any tie to Jackson State. You guys just want to assume that I'm literally on campus having to look.
We don't care.
It's comical to me because
you play into it. Stop it.
No, it was homecoming week. There are people who are 60 years old that are at Jackson State.
You
so what is that?
respond to tweets basically talking about your like
You're
or
trolling.
love
We get
or
it.
lust for younger men.
That's
when
not true.
When people put forward the narrative that, yo, why is someone who is closer to 30 patrolling a college environment, and if it was a male, which I completely, I'm with. If it was the male, like we're completely villainized. Like we would be looked at as.
You guys do it all the time, and if someone. So
what?
my child's father's 6 years younger than me. If he was 6 years older than me, no one would bat an eye.
You're
so
right.
I wasn't patrolling.
Societal norms.
I wasn't patrolling.
Again, chat, facts. Never kill anything that's under 20. Facts.
Jackson State. At the end of the day, again, people are they're just not that bright. I really just beat you to the punchline. You guys were already saying hide your sons. But when I say it, I'm a predator? No, I'm just beating you to the joke. That's the only difference between you. Now, I know what you're going to say about me, so you're not going to beat me to it. So if you think I'm a villain, you think I'm all this, hide your motherfucking sons. Your son could be 50 years old. He could be 18 years old. Either way, if I want to fuck him and he wants to fuck me, he's getting fucked. So what's the point of having an age of consent if with these age gaps, there's going to be judgment? If my husband is 10 years older than me, are y'all going to call him a predator? No.
Yes,
but if
they
he's 10 years younger than me.
What the fuck? Yo, chat, yo, she's losing me. You lost me. You lost me. You lost me. You lost me.
Y'all going to call me a predator because it's so easy to villainize women. And that's okay.
Are you attracted to younger guys?
I'm attracted to whoever I'm attracted to. If he's 18, if he's 52, what's up?
You've never been with a 52-year-old.
I have.
Nah.
I've been with someone that's 50. Yes, I have.
He's on your body count, so we go to
sugar daddy.
He is on my body count, and that's a body count I do not regret. It was a great time, and I'll do it again.
That is a sugar daddy.
No.
Like
I've never had a sugar daddy. And you know what? If I was really as much of a gold digger as people say I am, I would have cashed out a long time ago. I've never had a sugar daddy. I've never had anyone pay my rent. I've never had anything. I've got it out the mud myself. That's why I write books. That's why you see me post Fashion Nova, because at the end of the day, I want my own money. So you can't tell me to suck a dick and shut up. You can't tell me that.
Hold on. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
So
start talking. I'm listening.
Wait, how do you make money? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and you tried to shoot down earlier. I really do think that you did try to secure the bag.
No. At the end of the day, child support is, let me just say this here first. Child support is very different than alimony. Now, if you're trying to secure a bag, I feel like alimony, marriage, that's more of the way to go. Child support is about the needs of the child. So there is in no way, shape, or form, I know.
Isn't she get like $200 a month? Child, how much did she get a month? She get like $200,000 a month, ain't she? Oh my God. Oh my God. That's fake. She not getting $200K. How much is she getting?
So nigga bang bang, hope for the gang gang, smoke for the pain.
The thing is, why she saying 15 to 18? Ew. If she meant adulthood, then I would have been like, those gaps alright.
Yeah.
For example, 30 to 40. You feel me?
18 to 15 is crazy. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen it before, but me, I could never do no shit like that. Like, I know seniors who are dating freshmen. I could never do no shit like that. She's only getting $10K a month? Oh.
A lot of numbers are thrown out there.
What are you getting on child support? Let's just say it,
right? I cannot talk about that, but I can say that a man is not a financial plan. A man is not a financial plan, and that's all I'll say.
I'm gonna tell you. So I've heard the internet number and I've heard a real number, and I don't believe the real number at all.
Okay, so like I said,
this is what I've heard. The real number is, I've heard that you're getting less than $2,000 a month, and I was like, no way she would do that for $2,000 a month.
I'm not getting less than $2,000, and I'm not getting $200,000. So at the end of the day, what my child needs is what my child needs, and that's between me and his father. That's not for the internet to discuss. It's about my child's needs. So again, a man is not a financial plan.
How do you survive? How do you
What
live?
y'all cost 10K a month, man? I wish y'all was a child, nigga. 100,000 at birth. I'm getting 100,000 a year at birth. Oh my God, sign me up.
I mean, how do you get
that? 100K at birth.
I understand that, but like, you know,
oh my God,
I'm working out here like, I got 10 jobs. Like, I see you, like, briskly online, and mostly the conversations about
you for the 39 months.
In terms of, hey, well, he's a basketball player, and she's at the Jackson State game, and she's looking for a guy. So, of course, and it's a little bit naive because I know a little bit more than that in terms of that would be very just dumb for you to just like base your whole financial earnings on that. But are you saying that so social media wise and you being an influencer, you could pay all your bills?
Yes. And that's what I've been doing for almost a decade now.
Oh my God.
Is that insulting?
Making my own money. And it's not insulting. It's just that I've been doing this long before a child was even thought of. So that's the one thing that nobody can take from me is that I've done this. I've built this myself. I was raised in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Most of you can't even fucking locate that on a map for $100 million. If you had to figure out where that was, you'd be out $100 million. So I got this by myself. I am the true definition, just like you. You're self-made. You know what it's like.
She's trying to do it. I got to point it out. She's trying to do it. She's trying to appeal to the things that we relate on, which you're right.
So am I trying to, or is it facts? Because I'm a very logical person. I like to just go off of facts. So you got it out the mud, right? You built yourself up. So did I. So that's something we have in common. So I know you like to create this divide, but we have a lot of similarities.
I like the story when it comes to you. I like the story of
it's the truth.
No. The truth is a story, but I'm saying, like, if people have ever watched me, they've heard me describe exactly how I got to this position. Every step, every level up. How hard I worked at every step. A lot of times when it comes to, you know, some influencers, and I'll say you, people seem to lose sight of that, or maybe they're not educated. This is why I'm giving you a chance to do it, because I'm looking to be like, hey, I don't know about any getting out of mud for you. I know about a very attractive woman who has gotten the attention of men and some men who might be in positions of power, her rightfully capitalizing on that. But to me, that's very different. That's not getting out of the mud.
So men don't buy Fashion Nova. I know there are some men that bought my book, but I have women who support it.
She knows she put bro on child support for the bag, because if you're rich and you supposedly self-made and got the bag,
you don't need your child on child support. Exactly.
You put
him on child support, ma'am. Exactly. Yo, Chad, I like how you put the dots. Yo, that's exactly what Chad's time preach in the comment section. That's the one question Akademiks never asks. Why did you put these men on child support? That's the answer we want to know. If you're self-made, if you're a boss, this, that, and the third, why is this man on child support? Facts! Hold on, chill, let me get my bottle of water real quick. Here we go.
Me. So whether a bunch of guys online beat off to my videos or pictures or not, they don't really pay my bills because they're not buying what I'm promoting.
If you didn't link up with, if you didn't link up with these celebrities, whether you had sex with them or not, do you think you would have this type of interest?
At the end of the day, there are a bunch of beautiful women online. You refresh the Explore page, and there's a bunch of attractive women. There's a lot of women with fat asses. There's a lot of women who, you know, whatever. They have attention.
That's facts. I don't know what they're putting in women's water, bro. But Chad, let's be honest. The women in this era, in this generation, I'm so glad to be born in this generation. Because the women in this era, in this generation, are beautiful. And I see somebody say BBL. Nah, some of them are really, really, really natural. They're beautiful. If you look at majority of the women from the 80s and 90s and like movies and shit, I'm like, yo, thank God I wasn't in this era, nigga. Because I ain't gonna lie, bro. This generation of women is fucking beautiful, my nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie. There's not one celebrity you finalize that you can't see on the street. Nigga, you can see a Brittany Renner on the streets. Am I speaking facts? I'm speaking facts. Nigga, you can see a fucking... there's not one bitch you can't see on the streets, nigga. Any bitch you idolize is not one female you can't see that's a lookalike on the fucking streets. It's facts. I'm telling you the truth. It's facts. Women in this area, they're just getting beautiful.
The reason that I feel like there is such a draw to me is because I open my mouth. Because I have something to say. I have a message. Okay? And a lot of people may not like the messenger, but it is what it is. So... I'm not known because of the guys. That may be how you know of me. That may be how maybe some of your viewers know of me. But I've been Brittany Renner, and I'm still Brittany Renner, and will continue to be Brittany Renner. I didn't think when I made my Instagram account in 2012 that 10 years later I would still be doing this. Like, I'm still relevant. Like, who cares, right? Mm-hmm. But the reality is I am a person of influence. If people were not so triggered by the things that I say and the message that I bear, there would be no space for me. Just like a lot of people have a problem with you. Okay? Right. If there wasn't a space for you, there wouldn't be a space for you. There's a space for me. That's why I'm here. So it's like you give men a little bit too much credit.
Renner,
because they don't
why
validate
did you put this man
at the end of the day, I'm a bad bitch. Having me on your arm, you can say whatever you want. You told me,
but they do validate you.
But
having
they
interest
don't.
in you.
But at the end of the day,
like if you're a bad bitch that no other entertainer wants to sleep with, no other entertainer is lusting over, men who are watching are not like, hey, I am drawn to this woman because of her beauty.
Yo, trust me, thank you for the 8 months.
Well, I think that's a little suspect if you're basing someone's interest off of another man's interest. You should just have interest because you do. So if you're more concerned about if I'm on your wish list or not, that's fucking weird to me. And that should be called out. That's strange. So because another man wants to lay claims or say that they're interested, that makes a woman more appealing?
That's the shade room.
Weird. But that's weird.
But think about the shade room. The shade room is literally like an entity that's based around covering the baby mamas.
Baby dog, thank you for the 14 months.
Girlfriend, side chicks.
And what do you cover?
He don't do that. Rap.
Yeah, okay, so what's the problem with what they cover and what you cover? What's the difference?
It's not a problem with it.
What's the difference?
No, it's about accepting what it is. Like, there's certain people who I cover because, hey, you don't make good music, but you're entertaining maybe just on your Instagram.
Okay. You may not be someone's wife, but you're a baby mama. You're interesting. What's the difference?
I'm trying to get you to understand and maybe even accept that why some of the people care about you is because you fuck some of their favorite entertainers, allegedly. That's fair, though. No?
That's kind of strange, sure. But I'm sure people have their own reasons.
It's of course strange. This whole entertainment thing is
strange. I wouldn't know who Brittany Renner was until she fucked Uzi.
There's people who watch me to talk about they want to hear me talk about YoungBoy. Their fascination with me is for me to tell them about YoungBoy. Might be strange, right? It is kind of strange. However, that's what it is. So it's like
better. YB is
like
better.
A lot of times I feel like the disconnect is realizing why the intrigue is around like you as a person. But nevertheless, it doesn't matter.
She fucking
watching you get to this point, first of all, I think I do have a newfound, I'm gonna call it respect. Newfound respect.
Let's hope, because that's just the basics. And
do you care though?
Human relationships. What?
I
care what?
And we talked about this before, but it was off camera. I felt you probably disliked me.
That's an assumption. And when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
Okay. That's a great little cliche to run by.
It comes to manipulative shit, bro. Just get to it, bro. We don't care.
When you are mentioned on my platform, you are usually fucking stoned with a lot of hatred, a lot of just comments that are very targeted at being very negative. So I assume that's what it was.
Boo-hoo.
I hate that you do that.
I'm sorry.
I'm so not
sorry.
Sit here and tell me that you don't have those moments where, because I have, you're a little disappointed that people are driving a narrative that that might paint you in a light that you're a really bad person. You're a finesser. Like, shit, I came into this thinking, like, damn, Brittany Renner, what a fucking finesser, man. And I still do think that. I really think there's a nigga at Jackson State that you about to finesse. You know what I mean? And not finesse in the sense of, you know, I think the easiest thing to say, like, you're finessing money, but it's like, you know what you're doing in terms of the next person we see you cuddled up with, you're going to play the little...
He's a lucky man.
You're playing the whole role right now.
Thank you, Brittany.
Like, in terms of I'm going to do what I want to do, I'm going to fuck who I want to fuck.
Come on, man.
That one nigga, you're going to go back to the same person you were with, what's his name? PJ Washington.
I'm not going back to anybody. At the end of the day, I stand on everything I do.
But you turned into white. You try to be wifey there, but now you're not trying to be wifey no more.
But you're not. But we had talked about this earlier in the interview, where I literally told you that I used to carry shame. So now that I've realized that there's nothing shameful about me, the man that I'm with is going to have to accept me as I come. It's just that simple. Like, this is who I am. I can be devoted to you and still be full in my expression. So I don't know what part of that was missed, but I don't even know why you even still think I'm a finesser. And if I'm a finesser, I'm a really motherfucking good finesser because here I am sitting on the couch with you.
You're great.
But
I think you're great.
All I've done is told you the truth. In our DM exchanges in person, all I have is...
Why did you put PJ on child support, ma'am?
People calling her a hoe and shit for sleeping around famous guys and putting him on child support. She macking mad bread.
The one thing I don't understand is why she's so pressed about people calling her a hoe and shit for sleeping around famous guys and putting them on child support. She's making mad bread. Because I'm going to tell you why she's pressed. Because she feels like the narrative that's spun about her isn't true. But we all know it's fucking true. Bro, but accent was facts. You're not dating no regular nigga who work a 9 to 5 making $85K a year. That's why you go for rappers, ma'am. There's a reason why you respond to the nigga with 10 million followers and a blue check mark compared to the nigga with 1,200 followers and fucking 3,000 following. Like, you feel me? Like, yo, we get it. But the fact that Ak is getting pissed and now we're getting pissed is because she won't admit to it. Like, she like, oh no, I would talk to a nigga with 85K. I talked to a lawyer before. Ma'am, cut the fuckery. You talked to a lawyer before you were Brittany Renner, maybe. Like, that nigga, like, come on. Cut the bullshit. Cut the fuckery. Cut the nonsense. We know the facts.
Myself.
Hold on.
So if you think I'm a finesser because I'm myself, I don't know what to tell you.
Hold on. All right, let me explain what I believe, what I'm saying.
How am I a finesser? Answer that question.
Okay, perfect.
Yo, let me tell you something, chat. Just tell me facts or fiction. If the man who nutted in her was the average nigga making $85K a year, would she put that man on child support? That's what Ak should have done. If I was Ak, I would have asked that question. If I was Ak, I would have asked that question. Would you have put the man who is average, who makes $85K a year, in a 9 to 5 job, would you have put that man on child support? She's not doing it.
Perfect. I'm answering it.
Can't wait to hear it.
I feel like when certain men look at you, they look...
Say yourself. Don't speak for everyone else. Speak for yourself.
Okay.
Let's
not talk about me because you wouldn't do that.
No, I want to know. No, speak for yourself. Because don't speak for other men. Because how do you see me? How am I a finesser to you? I'm not asking about all these other people. How am I a finesser to you?
I'm glad you asked that. You wouldn't be able to do what you did to PJ Washington to me. So that's why
what did I do to PJ?
I think he thought he was buying into someone who has changed
and who
was you just came here and just said, like, listen, I gave this nigga
I did change, and I changed for the better. And at the end of the day,
and then you basically said that you were trying to be something that you thought was gonna appeal to a motherfucker, but that really weren't who you were.
What I said was that yes, I watered myself down, stopped being less fun, acted like I didn't want to go out. Really just at home, like Fiona in the tower.
Save his ego because
but I realized I shouldn't have to pacify a man to show I'm devoted to you, because there was not one man that there were a lot of. Let me finish. This is not a monologue. We're having a conversation. You're talking about what I did to him.
Yeah.
What, be loyal to him, have his back, be emotionally supportive, hold down the house, bear a child for him. Oh, you wouldn't be finessed. You got the better end of the deal because you have a tie to me forever.
Oh,
me
shit.
being your baby mama is good karma because I'm a good person.
Wait, what?
So, yeah, me being your baby mother would be good karma for you because I'm a good person. No one has been finessed. No one's been bamboozled.
I'm assuming he's a good person, too.
A good person, not a good partner. And there's a big difference in that.
Shit.
Explain that, because you've alluded around that before.
He's not a good partner. That's all I want to say about it. He's not a good partner. And that's okay.
Like,
He's
what does
not
that
a good
mean?
partner.
What does that
And you guys
mean?
can make whatever you guys want to fill in the blanks with, do that. But you act like if I were to be with you, this is the happiest you'd ever be. Because I really would have your back. I really would love you unconditionally.
You took advantage of that nigga, man. He
No,
was
I
younger,
didn't.
and by the way, that's the only reason why you're getting flagged. We gotta be honest.
That's what
That's
I'm
the only
saying.
reason why you're
He's
getting
only
flagged.
6 years younger than me.
Yes,
So
he
how
was
do you think we
green.
met? How do you
He
think we
was
met?
green.
How do you think we met? How do you think we met?
You tell me. I don't know.
He invited me to a Kentucky basketball
Of
game.
course, because you're someone. Yo, if I could, Maya. I don't even know. Like, no disrespect to Maya or even Ashanti. Like, no disrespect to Ashanti as well, because I just first. They're older.
Both beautiful.
Both beautiful.
What's wrong with
But
their age?
hear what I'm trying to say. If I remember them on
Yo,
posters
she's
when I was
such a
younger. That's
finesser.
when posters existed before, like, we just really had, like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
everything.
the social media, right?
Okay.
Okay.
If I turned 18 and the person who I was, like, you know, into, like, as a teenager, I had access to because of now my money and fame, because to be honest, you ain't picking, I don't care, you can say all you want, you like
You're
niggas
not
who's 16,
picking
but
the
you're not
average
fucking
nigga.
with that nigga unless he's a basketball player. Let's keep it 100, bro. Let's
That's
really
facts.
keep it 100.
That's facts.
You also didn't even say that was only your type. You got mad types. There's something about where he was at, his stature, probably his potential, which, by the way, is smart. Women should choose our potential. I ain't gonna lie to you. That attracted you to him, right? But he
This
was
nigga lit. Let me get
in
on
a
him.
state where, to be honest, you were more in control of where the situation could go. We all look at him as somebody probably blind in love, unwilling to see, and I've been there before, unwilling to see what everybody else sees. Like, yo, that girl right there, she probably has this intention, blah, 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 right? Whatever the case is. And he fucking just jumped all in.
You're so wrong. Like, so when did you think, what age do you think I met him? Let's fucking hear
How old
it.
is he now? Tell me.
He's 23.
He's
When do you think I met him?
fucking 23.
20.
When do you think I started,
20.
like,
When'd y'all have the kid?
we just had a kid this year,
This year.
May 5th. He's a Taurus.
Goddamn, this year? All right.
I know I look amazing.
Yeah, that's good. At least you working, girl.
So let me just,
You met him probably like a year and a half ago.
so what would that make him?
So he would probably be like
He just
just after
turned 23.
21. So it's just after
So
21.
I met PJ when he was 20 years old.
I knew it.
20.
About the same.
No. 18 and 20, 16 and 20.
He probably don't even know he's going to like the fuck. Wait, was he in the league at that time? I
No,
don't know.
he was still at Kentucky. Okay.
And you're Brittany Renner, who he's seen all over the fucking
So,
media with these
okay, so
people.
this is what I really get so fucking annoyed about is like, so when do you as men take accountability? You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to fuck with me.
Your
You
daddy,
want
appreciate
to
this,
come at
so
me.
get
You want
out
to
of
fuck
that
me
mess.
raw.
Fuck
So
me.
why are
What
we
did I miss?
babying men who make decisions for themselves? Like I told you, I was on birth control up until I had a conversation with my baby father. So what do you think happened? So
The
I imagine I
maturity of
got
men
a
and
leg
women-
lock here.
Zach's
No, let me
the
The
like,
maturity
stop
of men and
stop
women
it.
are different. Come
No,
on now.
stop. No, it's because men and
wrapped
women
it.
are
No,
held to
we
different
blame him
standards.
too. He
Y'all
shoulda
want to look at
wrapped
a
it.
20-year-old
He shoulda
who wanted to
wrapped
fuck.
it.
I was 26 when I met him. You want to fuck with me? Here's what it is. Nope. Like, stop acting like someone had to pull the wool over his eyes. I was exactly who I am
He's
right
young
now.
and dumb.
Until-
That's the
stop.
problem.
Let me finish.
That's the problem. Nigga is 23, young and dumb. That nigga is like, you feel me? Like, you already know your intentions, your plans. You 29. This nigga is young and dumb. That's why we give him the credibility of excuse. He's young. That's the excuse. He's fucking young. We're not saying it's not his fault. It's 100% his fault. You feel me? it's 100% PJ's fault. He should have rapped it. But at the exact same time, that's his fault for being young and dumb. You feel me? Young, dumb, and full of cum. You feel me? That's how it is.
Finish.
Nigga, are you listening? No, I'm listening. I'll rewind it back because y'all said rewind. I'm rewinding, but I'm listening.
20.
About the same.
No. 18 and 20, 16 and 20.
He probably don't even know he's going to like the fuck.
Nigga, that's a grown woman.
No, he was still at Kentucky. Okay.
Oh, you brought her to get off birth control?
He's seen all over social media with these people.
Okay, so this is what I really get so fucking annoyed about is like, so when do you as men take accountability? You're old enough to ride this ride. You want to fuck with me. You want to come at me. You want to fuck me raw. So why are we babying men who make decisions for themselves? Like I told you, I was on birth control up until I had a conversation with my baby father. So what do you think happened? So I imagine I got to leg lock him. Let me.
The maturity of men and women are different.
No, stop. No, it's because men and women are held to different standards. Y'all want to look at a 20-year-old who wanted to fuck. I was 26 when I met him. You want to fuck with me? Here's what it is. Nope. Like, stop acting like someone had to pull the wool over his eyes. I was exactly who I am right now. And stop. Let me finish. I'm not even saying I have no reason to be. I have no reason to lie about anything that I've done or the person that I am. And I believe in full transparency. The ideal relationship to me is for my partner to know everything about me.
That's all I know,
please stop playing this victim narrative. If you wanted to just fuck me and just say she's trophy pussy, I hit Brittany Renner, that's that. Why did we have a baby? Our baby's name is Paul Jermaine Washington III. Does that sound like an oops baby? Does that sound like someone who was bamboozled? You asked me to move in with you. You wanted me to have your child at 22 years old. And here we are. I told you I'm okay to wait. Crazy. I'm not in a rush. I'm a very spiritual person. I trust in divine timing.
You trying to get married to him?
No, I'm not trying to. I just told you.
Were you?
I was. I thought that was my guy. And like, I don't know why it's so hard for y'all to believe that. Like, in my mind, it's crazy to me that the age gap between Jay-Z and Beyonce, crickets. The age gap between Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan,
No. Time out. We was on Future's ass for Lori Harvey. Were we not, chat? We were. But at the exact same time, do you see Lori Harvey? Yo, chat, do y'all see her? Oh my God, beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. That is a beautiful woman, chat. That is a beautiful woman.
Y'all don't have the same energy. Lori Harvey's 24. There's a 10-year age gap between her and Michael B. Jordan. Stop. But y'all picking, what's the age gap?
No. Not talking about
what's the age gap? No, because it's couple goals for people y'all want to be couple goals with.
Okay, no, it's not about being a couple.
Stop.
It's about certain permanent decisions.
Okay, if something doesn't work for me, then why would I sit?
If someone's 32, and we've seen this.
We've seen it with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Address them. Okay. Address them. This is off the record. You don't care. Address them.
When did Beyonce have a child by Jay-Z?
When did they start dating?
It doesn't matter about the
age gap?
Nobody's caring about it. Hold on.
What's the age gap?
The age gap is significant. However, hear what I'm saying. It's not about that.
Talk about any of this shit.
You you had a kid by him before he could even really get his legs on.
That was his choice. I don't have to leg lock niggas. You want to fuck me raw and come at me? Accept what comes behind it.
That's why we said we do blame PJ. He was young, dumb, and full of cum. But you know what? But here's the thing, though, yo, Chad. This one thing. She's giving me manipulative vibes. So she's giving me the type of person that's like, yo, PJ, I want to have a baby by you. Like, yo, PJ, I want you to nut in me. Like I can hear her saying shit like that. Like, yo, chat, like, you feel me? Like, I can hear her, like, manipulating this young nigga, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, yo, pause. I mean, obviously, pause, no homo. You feel me? Like, pause, you know what I'm saying? I don't want PJ to nut in me. I'm just saying, like, I'm just hearing her say these shits because no, I'm not holding or nothing. I'm not brick nothing. I'm just feeling like she's giving off manipulation vibes, heavy. Facts or fiction?
it's even on both sides. If it was a woman, if it was a girl who just became 21 and a nigga who was 33 and she was pregnant.
But y'all had nothing to say.
That's permanent decisions. It's not about dating. It's permanent.
When Diddy was with younger women, y'all have nothing to say. When Future was with Lori Harvey, it's fucking crickets. I'm going to say people's names because everybody in this motherfucking industry is scared to open their mouth. But y'all pick and choose. So what about Future and his bitch now? What's the age gap with that? Why is that not raising eyebrows? Because nobody gives some noodles. I don't know what's going on. Fuck about what men do.
Tell Dad make me some
years apart, and I'm a fucking predator. Y'all are calling me R. Shelley. Y'all got all these memes and this funny shit.
Nah, R. Shelley's crazy.
At the end of the day, Paul Jermaine Washington III is my child's name. So if people want to have their own opinion about our relationship, that's on you. I could call my baby father right now. He will laugh. He's not going to dispel any rumors because he loves this shit.
No, he's on Twitter subtweeting like, yo, I want to see my child.
He's allowed to.
Why don't you let him see his child? Let's talk about that. Because first of all, we already feel bad for him because we feel like before he could even get a max contract, you already got a kid.
So you guys feel bad for someone who moved me in and wanted to give me a baby and named it after him? That's what y'all feel bad about?
We feel like you were
my
more in
food
control.
just got here. We gotta pause this. I'm gonna run to the door real quick. My food just got here. Hold on. R. Shelley. R. Shelley. Yo, chat, I just got some seafood from a place called Crispy Crunchy Chicken. This shit look mad ass. And this shit stink. Yo, this shit smells like ass. Oh my God.
Just like an illusion. So what are you saying?
Just like if a young woman who said, hey, listen, I met this celebrity at 19 and we start fucking around when we're 21. Even though if you're 21, we're going to feel bad for you because we know what fame and influence brings to someone.
Chad, be honest. If Brittany told you to nut in her while having sex with you?
Chad, be honest. If Brittany Renner told you to nut in her during sex, are you nutting in her? Now, if you asked me this question 3 years ago, when I was 23, sorry, not 3 years ago. If you asked me this question 2 years ago when I was 22 years old, the answer would probably be yes. If you ask me this question now, answer is no.
Especially with permanent decisions. Just dating, we'll give you a pass. But once you're having kids, you're getting married, of course, those are permanent decisions.
Okay, so did I make this child myself, or did it take his nut to make this child?
Obviously, it took Toya.
Oh, it did? Oh,
I don't know how that went down.
Okay. Well, do you know how?
He could have probably told you like, I don't want to do it.
Do you know how life is created?
Yeah, but he could have told you I didn't want that show. So be like, yo,
so
hey,
he didn't want a child, but he's gonna name him the third.
Yeah, after it's gonna happen because your body, your choice, right? No.
Oh no, I gave him the option. Whatever you want to do, I love you.
So if he had said, not right now, you'd have.
I would have agreed to it.
So you just say.
Oh wow! So now it's his fault. What?
PJ Washington, I can't hold you down no more, man. Yo, we got to throw you to the wolves.
We were in a real relationship. There were real feelings involved. I mean, there was a beautiful child made. Just because it didn't work out. Why the fuck is he complaining?
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's why I said it's a gray area. So it's a gray area. Because God forbid, if I accidentally have a child, with the wrongful person, I'm still letting her keep that child. Or I would want for her to keep that child. Because I personally don't believe in that other word. You know what I'm saying? That's just my beliefs. You feel me? And I know it's touchy topic, you feel me? But I personally don't believe in it. You feel me? So, even if I was to have a baby with a girl that I wouldn't want to marry, or whatever the case may be, I would still want for her to keep it.
Ain't it on social media then?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Because honestly, he's the reason why you look bad. It looks like you're a user. It looks like you're, quote unquote, a predator because of how he looks to be like a victim. Hey, I can't see my child. Hey, I know you all warned me, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I fell victim to it. And now I'm over here crying. Not saying you should feel bad for me, but the internet's going to feel bad.
Her body, her choice.
Because you know why?
What do you want me to do? You want me to go on there?
I said I would want for her to keep it. Obviously, it's her choice. But I'm talking about for this Brittany Renner situation, I wouldn't have told Brittany, no, don't keep it. But she had that conversation with her baby father. I'm saying if I was PJ Washington, I would want for her to keep the baby too. That's what I'm saying.
You want me to do an Instagram live?
Do you ask him?
Of course.
Why the fuck?
We have conversations.
Why the fuck are you acting like you're the victim when you wanted to be in this situation?
That's the $1 billion question. I've asked him that in private. I've asked him that when we went out to eat. I've asked him that over FaceTime. We've had a lot of conversations, and you know the reality is what we talk about in private will never be public. I have no desire to be like.
Someone said, "Young and dumb isn't an excuse. Future is hitting 40 and is still fucking raw." How you know what he fucking raw? Like how you speaking another man's dick?
I'm not.
I had a fucked up theory. And
well, let's fucking hear it. It can't be any worse than what you fucking have said already. So
no, I've said this before. I'll just say it to your face.
Okay, say it to my face.
PJ, if you're watching, cut this part off. Okay, I thought he was the cash out option. I was like, yo, listen, you've been with way more. No disrespect to you, PJ. I told you to cut this off. You've been with way more litter people who are more successful in their respective fields. You know, he's a millionaire, grandest and third. But I felt that, you know, I always say about women, and tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just fucked up in my thinking. Maybe I need to change it. You're getting older, and you needed someone, and you probably always wanted to have a kid, right? And you were like, hey, listen, this is the person that I'm going to not necessarily cash out with, but this is the one who will do this with me.
It's like really audacious of you because it actually just proves my theory that I've always been in it for true love. I've been with men with way more money, and if I was truly an investor and trying to cash out so I don't have to work again, let me finish.
Not picking.
I would have cashed out 5-6 years ago. Men with
Uzi was 5-6 years ago.
a lot more to
I thought everybody had you as a side chick. I'm gonna be honest. I thought everybody else had you as a side chick, and listen. In a male community, we know the chicks that's like, yo, that's side chick pussy. And then we know the dumbass nigga who wifes up the side chick. And we're like,
so what makes me a side chick? Because I'm beautiful? And
no, because the one who everybody fucks but doesn't wife. That's the side chick. Sorry.
So who have I been side chick?
You wrote a fucking book.
Who have I been a side chick? But I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual sex, and by the way, not one of them claimed you. We assume, you know why men don't claim women? Because we have our real girl that we don't want to tell about you. You know.
Nigga, act spitting. Nigga, nobody wants to claim a tree. That's one man's worst fear. Facts or fiction. Nobody wants to claim a tree. If we hear who you fuck and who you fuck with, if it's something, stop. Let me say something.
She is a master manipulator, Chad. Kids, stay far away from women like her.
No, I've never.
Look how she only responds to half of the question and she talks over AK.
Facts.
And if everything was so fine and dandy, how'd he end up on support after a month, lady?
Appreciate donation. No. I have never wifed up a Trish at all. The dumb niggas in the chat or people who may have seen me reply to a couple things or see me comment under a couple comments may feel like I have. But never have I ever have I ever wifed a Trish. Ever. Ever. You can. This is one thing about AnnoyingTV. You can never associate my name with any woman and be like, oh, that's a rat's bitch. Never. You can never do that. You might be like, oh, that's the girl I've seen on Rat's stream before. Or, oh, that's the girl that Rat follows. Or oh, that's the girl that Rat. You ain't never seen me pop out with somebody and me personally come out of my mouth and claim, that's my bitch. Never said that. Never. Those words never came out of my mouth. At all. Now, you may think or associate myself with that person, but you have never heard me personally say, that's my bitch, or that's my girlfriend, that's my wife. Never, nigga. Never. Never, ever, ever, ever. Now, back to what I was saying, though. Now, it's facts. Now, here's the thing, though. I think that's only an issue if the people they fucked with or slept with is a big name. For instance, I wouldn't care if my girlfriend fucked multiple lame niggas. Everybody could be 28, but she fucked mad niggas who's not on Twitch, not on YouTube. Nigga, that's a green light. You feel me? That's a green light. But when you already fucking niggas that was already before in the industry, who's on Twitch, YouTube, rapper, hip-hop, it can't happen. Because then your name starts getting associated. Oh, that nigga is fucking your bitch, bro. Oh, that nigga is like, oh, you know how I see Brittany Renner now? Yo, I see Brittany Renner as PJ Washington's bitch. You feel me? Niggas is piping out PJ's bitch now. You feel me? That's how shit gets associated fast.
Stop it, Rat. Snagging busted in Va's mouth and the next day she was kissing you on stream.
She never kissed me on stream. Never. Nice try though. Appreciate your donation.
You know that. No.
Well, the people that, I mean, I know that there have been a couple instances where I'm like, okay, I know your situation, I don't care. But that was when I didn't have any respect for myself. But as far as the people that I wrote about,
if she gets me on stream,
the first person I wrote.
Oh, and you know what makes it even better? Some people even say that I sold the bag. You know how many times I scroll through my Instagram and niggas tagging me under other girls' posts or other girls' comments and be like, yo, Rat, you sold, Rat, you sold. Nigga, I ain't sell. That was never my bitch. That was never my bitch. How can I sell something that was never mine? Tap, appreciate the 50 months.
50 months.
Wrote about, yeah, I was. That's how we ended up together for a few years, because I willingly played the side chick role. But to sit here and assume that, oh, you're just side chick pussy and why would you cuff her? But it's just, it's crazy. But I'm saying, like, if I was really truly a business-minded woman and I was like, I'm trying to cash out, I would have cashed out. I wouldn't have waited to 29. I wouldn't have worked as hard as I have. And maybe you don't see it because what we do is different. But at the end of the day, I produce content. I create moments. I bring traffic to businesses. That's why I get paid. I get paid to show up places, and there's a line outside because people want to see me. People want to be at the same club I'm at. So it's just really that simple. What we do is different. You make your money, I make my money. There's no judgment. No, but to say that you're like,
exactly.
I said, to think that like,
sold.
oh, well,
when you're using your beauty and pussy to attract males,
I don't have to use it, because me just being me being beautiful is already going to attract a certain. You guys are judging me because of men that are attracted to me. How does that have to do with anything that I do? I'm not out here, I don't have an OnlyFans. I'm not here playing with my pussy. I don't have to sell you that.
Hold on. Hypocrite. You definitely was trying to sell your pussy with Tiana Trump when you hopped on No Jumper broadcasting the Shaman the sex tape. Facts or fiction? Facts. This is why I say, I wish I was there, bro. Aggie needs to bring this shit up.
To me. They're not even in my radar. But you bring yourself to me. Brittany. You're sitting here trying to paint this narrative.
I'm not trying.
It's fucking bullshit.
No, Brittany.
I'm not here for that shit.
No, Brittany, like when you write a book, it's because you know there is Lori Harvey's never writing a book.
Because you know she doesn't talk. Do you know what her voice sounds like?
She doesn't have to talk. She would have to write.
What her voice
it doesn't
like.
matter.
No, answer the question.
No,
do you know what her voice sounds like?
It doesn't.
Do you? Yes
doesn't.
or no? Do you know what her voice sounds like?
I don't. It doesn't matter though. You know why?
That's because I can't suck a dick and shut up. That's why you know me. That's what's different than me and all these other bitches that y'all talk about.
Hold on. Lori Harvey was being rapped about by 15 different rappers as being the trophy girl. She does not.
Lori Harvey is on my wish list.
I have to talk. She's now being wifed by one of the biggest actors. She doesn't have to talk. You know who usually talks? The girl who is being passed around, being a side chick, being disregarded. Now she has to tell her story. Lori Harvey even got played by Future in a fucking hit song where he's talking about he didn't want her, and she just laughed it off. She didn't have to speak. You know why? Because the truth is actually there. We see what's happening with her. So again, that's the only thing I'm trying to say. When you write a book, the perception of what you are becomes this thing of, hey, this is a girl who's fucking lit niggas in the industry. And you have to at least understand that part of it. Come on.
It's not about me not understanding it. At the end of the day, I have nothing bad to say about Lori, but Lori is Lori. I'm Brittany Renner. So the way that we handle things is different. So I'm allowed to own my story and not be seen as like, oh, she has to talk. Like, thousands of people bought my book in a generation where people don't read. Thousands of people bought my book. Thank you. So what it goes to show is that I'm in a leadership role because there are people who need my message. So she may not talk, and that's cool. I don't compare lives. Okay, I'm just using examples, okay? Like, at the end of the day, age gaps, what people do, that has nothing to do with my reality. I don't care if Lori Harvey were to drop a book or to ever open her mouth. Even a tyrant can be a teacher. Even me and you talking right now, you're teaching me a lot. So I'm not going to sit in silence, because when you are gifted knowledge and wisdom, you share it with the world. And that's what I do. How could I give any advice if I lived a perfect life? I love my situation right now, because not only now do I relate to be an independent bad bitch, but I'm also now, I'm a single mom. And I thought I would never be in this situation. And I thought
nobody wants to be a single
29
parent.
years
Facts
old,
and fiction.
I was doing it right.
Nobody.
And here I am, still single. I wanted the matching pajamas on Christmas. That's what I wanted. I feel like I was hoodwinked out of my dream. Okay? So that's why I'm telling you, everyone is different in the way that I am. There's just no shame in it. Like, this is who I am. Like, I'm not going to water myself down or shut up just so I'm seen as wifey.
Okay, so and maybe she's going through that as well. And we're gonna get off the Lori Harvey.
Yeah,
thing.
let's get off. She's gorgeous, stunning.
Again, and the only way I'll even slightly connect it while I move on to you is that with her, I don't see hurt. With you, I feel like I am.
So, nigga, bang, bang.
And I feel like the hurt is
for the pain.
Not too tight. She wishes she was Lori Harvey.
She got feelings. That's it. She got feelings because everybody's talking about her on the internet. Lori Harvey don't give a fuck.
A lot of.
I ain't gonna lie. I want Lori Harvey too. Chet, y'all want Lori Harvey?
A lot of disappointment, and you just actually being honest about it, which I don't think that's wrong. And actually, like, I support what you're doing in terms of like being honest about it. But
I want both.
I've had a really new, realization about women who sometimes are in positions where, a lot of men are like, hey, they're blah, 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 because we don't actually analyze the hurt and the trauma they've been through. That's where I'm trying to understand you at. Right?
I mean, what do you want me to tell you? Yeah, I've put my heart on the chopping block, and it's gotten sliced in half every single time. And you know what? I'm such the big bad whore. I'm so naive, because you know what? I don't let these situations jade my heart. I still believe in true love. I still believe in putting it all on the line.
Do y'all believe in love?
So if that makes me crazy, then I'm fucking crazy, and love is my Achilles heel. So that's just where I'm at. I'm okay with saying I have been hurt.
I believe in love.
I have. There's no part of my persona that I've tried to shield that. I've been disappointed a lot. But that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. That doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm, oh, city girls, use his money. I've never been like that. And that's probably why a lot of people think I'm stupid, because they're like, you were with all these guys and you have nothing to show for it. And it's like, well, it was never about anything to show for. It was about love.
Yeah, and that's okay. I did not see the Birkin. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not even carrying a purse. I don't give a fuck about a fucking Birkin. What the fuck does that mean? I'll give you that.
He's carrying my phone. And my wallet and stuff's in with my hotel key. I don't give a fuck. A purse for what? A Birkin for what? You think I'm Birkin pussy? For what? What does that mean to you if I got a Birkin? Nothing. At the end of the day,
those women I really dislike.
But I'm saying, like, you don't respect me because I got an expensive bag. You're going to respect whatever comes out of my mouth. So that's why I'm sitting here telling you it's never been about the money. I don't come from money. I'm not some rich bitch that when I was 16, I got the BMW. Like, I was driving my grandma's her minivan to high school. Like I said, like, I know you don't know, and I don't share a lot of what I've been through online.
Why not?
Why don't I? I write about it. If you don't want to open the book, it's not for you to know. That's why it's like, you haven't read my book. Have you read my book?
Was the
tone? Of course it was. It was in there, and there was a lot of accountability. I can't sit here and point the finger at a man without saying, well, where did I fall short? What do I need to work on? Why did that happen? That whole book was a memoir. It was a book of accountability. Don't got a car to high school. And it really, the whole message of the book.
I ain't get my car until I was a senior. Yeah, I ain't get my car until I was a senior. Chad, when did y'all get your first car? But my parents didn't really start getting money like that until I was in high school. Middle school? Nah, it was, well, let me see. Junior year is when it changed. Everything changed junior year.
Was that sometimes the preacher at the church is the same person that's molesting children. So don't ever there is more that meets the eye. And that's what the whole book was about. Any person who's read my book has a completely different attitude towards it. You haven't read it. It's on Audible in my voice if you ever wanted to listen to it. But it's not about that. It's not about finessing guys. It's not about using men. A man is not a financial plan. I don't know how many times I got to say that.
Hold on, Charlie.
That's why I've been doing this.
I just spilled the drink. What the fuck? My fault. Let's go. I haven't read a book in years. Me either, bro. It was every time in high school when it relates to a book, nigga, I watch the fucking movie. Facts or fiction, nigga. I don't pick up a book at all.
Like, I really thought I had my guy, and that's okay. I thought I had my guy. When I first met him, I thought there's no way my husband is 6 years younger than me. But I thought he got me. I thought he understood me, and that's okay. That's not my person. We keep it pushing. I have nothing but respect for him. I had a baby with him. I pushed out a baby for that man.
Is there a chance you guys will ever get back together?
I will say never, because I feel like anytime you say never, like, the universe makes an example out of you. But I feel like if I have to disrespect myself to be with a man, that will never happen. I'm not going to be with him. If he ends up growing, evolving down the road,
I know people who really enjoy reading and really love
I don't know. But as of right now, who I am today, we are not a vibrational match.
As a middle schooler and elementary school, I used to love
want him to be happy. I want him to be with someone he loves and he cares about, you can open up to. But it will not be at the expense of my sanity and my peace.
I
know what I bring to the table as a woman,
it's just not
as a partner. Like, I was nothing but good to him. He can never say I stepped out on him. I showed him.
Thank you. Somebody said it. Killer Cam said the universe or God. Bro, you know how many times I read the best tweet yesterday. So when did people replace praying with manifestation? And then when did people start replacing God with the universe? My nigga, the fuck is going on? Nigga, manifestation is praying, nigga.
Him DMs. Guys he knew trying to DM me. Guys he met that were dabbing him up in the club trying to be funny, trying to hit me up after. Because that's just that's loyal to the soil. That's who I am. But no one would ever believe that. I'm going to sit up here and I'm talking to you about it because you asked me all the right questions. But it's like, I'm going to try to sit there and explain that to millions of people watching me who believe I'm just some finessing
exactly.
asshole.
God
like
is
how you
the universe.
I was.
Exactly. I mean, not everybody's religious. I get it.
You're committed to misunderstanding me. I'm not going to convince you. The only way I convince you is just this right here. You talking to me. I'm nothing, like, I have no reason to lie to you. I'm not afraid of you. Lie to you for what? Yeah, like, so what? I've been hurt. Whoop-de-doo. Join the club. Now what?
Are there moments that you, because I just know this vividly with women who stand in quote unquote their truth online.
Why does it have to be quote unquote their truth?
No.
It's the truth. Their truth, whatever that is.
Well, I say quote unquote because
seems sarcastic. That's all I was just
No, it's not. Like, you're gonna have people ridicule you, people are gonna judge you,
right.
and also it's hard to do it. Usually, and this is what I was trying to say about you. Like, I feel like certain things you do, that's just the front of not being genuine. Like, I feel like you saying a lot of shit you're saying now, they've never heard you say that shit. I watch your Instagram videos, like when your little stories. I'm like, damn.
Thank you for the subs, y'all.
Fuck.
Exclamation point sub.
Like you literally said.
I apologize for this in over a week. I promise it's
but
not
I really
happening.
mean
I'm not
it,
sick
that's
no
not
more. I'm good.
But
and
that is so
and I'm shooting a video tomorrow.
In
and we're shooting
understanding
a day after
your
that.
plight,
And the video
understanding where
soon.
you've
I
been.
promise you, we back on track.
When you say that, it's almost like, oh yeah, done.
You want me to elaborate? Oh, I'm not sorry.
Yes,
and I don't regret anything.
Because
if I were to regret anything,
exactly.
I did.
Okay, so deal with the consequences of your truth. Thank you, Luck. The W Luck. Deal with the consequences of your fucking truth. Stop making it like, oh, it's my truth and people are judging me. No, nigga, we're human. That's what niggas do. Niggas judge. This is the consequence of your truth. If you don't want your truth to happen, stop making the truth public. You see, Rat has never made any woman that he openly talks to, privately talks to public. Never see me do it. Every girl I brought on stream, I've never, or any girl you've seen me around, those aren't even the girls that I speak to on a crazy ass level that you think I do. You feel me? Like, facts. Stop sparing PJ. I'm not sparing them.
Also hurt in the fact that.
But you're trying to make this about who hurt you. Let me finish though. To regret anything I've ever done is to regret the awareness I have today. And I am so not sorry because I am a beautiful person inside and out because of the trials and tribulations that I have been faced with. I don't regret it. The one night stands to the drawn out relationships I should have ended a long time ago to the current situation now. I am not sorry. I am so happy I went through that because it has truly taught me humility and gratitude. I have no regrets. Why would I?
Do you regret putting out certain things publicly?
No.
Nothing at all.
The truth is the truth. And if it can be destroyed by the truth, it should be destroyed by the truth.
I would argue that because of certain public things that you have divulged that have now become a perception of you, for a man to deal with you, they're also dealing with and battling those perceptions as well.
Well, I would say to that, first of all, big long dicks need only apply. Second of all, if this isn't you,
Annoying, this is the truth. She is like a bunch of modern women who likes to play guys and suffer no consequences and take no accountability. PJ is an idiot for doing what he did, but at the same time she literally goes online and grooms young guys she lies.
Agreed, except for everything but the last part. I don't know, I can't call her a groomer because it's not confirmed. But from the outside looking in, that's what it looks like. You feel me? It's just what it is.
Then it's not.
Hold on, I gotta use the restroom. Yo, that boy, you looking for the sub? Hold on. We're gonna finish this shit. Hold on.
So, nigga, bang, bang. Hope for the gang, gang. Smoke for the pain, pain.
Yo, chat type 1 in the chat if you would wipe up a girl like Brittany Renner or go for a more unknown girl.
That is not Silky, that's fucking X.
For you. It's just that simple. Like, I'm not asking for a unicorn. I'm asking for a man to stand in who he knows whoever he is, and to just to be able to see the world outside of his view. Like, it's just that simple. What me and you have done are different, but the same. Like, what you've done in private, I've just maybe talked about publicly. I talked about having yeast infections and, oh, I fucked multiple guys and this.
That's fucking nasty.
I'm just telling you the truth. No, never a train.
Why not?
Never a train. I felt like it was just too much meat, but now in my life, I'm just like, I don't know. Anything's possible.
What the fuck?
But anyways, so.
No, wait. See, this is another thing. Maybe triggers me as a male.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I should have said, no, I'm such a good guy.
No.
Never do that.
So even as,
boring.
And listen, I don't even follow your baby daddy, but he sent me every one of his tweets. And it probably sometimes not even talking about you, but the nigga seems like he's in anguish. And here's the thing. When you have a baby by someone, the actions of your baby mama actually represents you because it's your child. And some of the things that you might put out there, whether you guys are in a relationship or not, like, he has to be like, that's the mother of my child. And like for example, you didn't say you would or not, but like the realm I was going down was, hey, shit, would you like fucking like fuck a bunch of like have sex with a bunch of dudes at the same time? Like, if you're the mother of my child, whether we're together or not, I don't even want, like, no, I don't want you to. That shouldn't be you.
That's your own judgment. My son will be raised in truth, love, and respect. So to me, I'm not, like, to have me as the mother of your child, you're lucky. Like, my son will never be without. So I don't know. I guess it's kind of confusing to me because I'm like, so I would accept my son for whatever he wants to be. He could be a 6'10" accountant. I don't really care. He could be gay. He could be whatever he wants to be in this lifetime.
Nah, he can't be a 6'10" accountant. You gotta give him some basketball. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get that nigga some basketball. 6'10"? Oh, hell no.
But that's just where I'm at. As a parent, he's not my property. I'm just here to keep him safe, to love him, to guide him. He's his own person. I'm just kind of helping him grow into that. So to be like, oh my God, can you imagine her being your baby mama?
Pre-K like, and Gucci
yeah,
is crazy.
Imagine he was raised with so much love and respect. I'm gonna respect him as a man because he's a man. Yes sir, no sir. You know, even as a little baby, it's like the reality is my son is lucky to have me, just like I'm lucky to have him. So there's really nothing. It's embarrassing because I have sex. It's embarrassing because I twerk on a table. It's embarrassing because I talk about, oh, you know what? I wouldn't be closed off to 2 dicks at one time.
Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. You're a whole mother. You have a kid, a child, a little boy. And you as a mother, your boy's going to have to see this when he grows up. And so when he looks back and reflects and be like, Mom, You openly said that you would have 6 niggas want to fuck you while I'm in middle school, while I'm in high school, while I'm a child, and you want 6 niggas to be ran through you? Like, what? Yes.
Time. Like, that's supposed to be just so disgusting as a mother. Oh my God, you're so gross. So I'm supposed to completely lie and be something I'm not.
It's not about lying, it's just keep it to yourself.
My son, because I can guarantee you, my son won't be raised to be a judgmental fucking.
Yeah, she's different, bro.
Fragile.
She's different, Chad. She's different.
Like most of these men who comment about me are. Because at the end of the day,
he might be bullied though.
And guess what? He's gonna know who he is, and it's just that simple. He's gonna go through that process. Whether I was a Betty homemaker, never did anything, nobody knows who I am. If I'm still gonna be the hot mom, what are you saying? You're like, what are we talking about?
You can't judge your kids' emotions.
I'm worried, so I'm gonna worry about being myself, or maybe when my son is bullied in the next decade.
You don't know your kids' emotions.
Can we cross that bridge when we get there?
You know how many? God forbid this happens, and may everybody's soul rest in peace, but you know how many kids have took their own life due to being bullied? You can't control your kids' emotions. You don't know what your kid is going through behind the scenes. You don't know what your kid is holding back and not saying in public.
So nigga bang bang, hope for the gang gang, smoke for the pain pain.
But we have to be honest about the double standards though, cause most men would want to have sex with 3 or more girls, but it's looked down on if a girl does it too with guys.
But here's the thing though, I never said it's a problem with girls doing it. Just keep it to yourself. I never said it's a problem with guys doing it. Keep it to yourself. Do you guys see me here openly saying, yo, I want to have a foursome with nigga, y'all don't know my, yo, don't even speak about your sexuality. We don't care. Like, yo, chat, comment section, we don't care. Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, keep it to yourself. The son gonna be homeschooled. She gonna prevent him from being himself so he'll love her. Nah, she's gonna let him be himself. But what I'm saying is, you don't know what your kid's gonna grow up thinking. That's one thing. You gotta understand that her child is gonna be human, just like the rest of us. So you don't know what your child is going to be, how he feels, his emotions, how he thinks. You can't control somebody's mindset. Like, you feel me? Even though you know how to deal with those emotions, you know how to deal with that pain, you know how to deal with that hurt, that doesn't mean the child does. We're all different. We're all human. I know how to deal with certain types of pains. Just because I know how to deal with it doesn't mean that my chat knows how to deal with it. Does not mean that X, Silky, or Dan knows how to deal with it. Like, we're all human. We're different. You feel me? So I'm saying.
Because right now, my son needs me to be a real mother. A real mother who can process real emotions and self-regulate in a healthy way. He doesn't need a perfect mom. He doesn't even need a happy mom. He just needs a real-ass mom who's going to be honest with herself and take care of herself.
And that's where I also ask you, being a mother has
so nigga bang bang, hope for the gang gang, smoke for the pain pain.
Inclined to
it's funny how people talk about double standards, but yet double standards apply to both genders. I actually read a researched article that states that women are biologically not wired to have a lot of sex and is negative in the long run. That's a fact.
I believe so too. I mean, just me personally, anybody who engages in sex, everybody knows majority of the time men kick it off. Facts or fiction. There's only been one time I know where a female kicks off.
Inclined to do?
No.
Be inclined to entertain because you're a mom?
No, because just like I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, I'm also not going to lie to my son. I have no... Is my son God? I got to sit here and lie to him about who I am so I can get his approval? Because his approval...
What is that even? What? So you lie to God about who you are? I'm not just like, where are you going with that? Perky's calling, appreciate the sub.
It's also no different than your approval or my security's approval.
Analogy.
It's all the same thing. How I feel about me matters more than what any of you guys could think about me. If I feel like shit, everyone's gonna feel like shit. So as long as I'm comfortable and I'm happy with who I am, my son's gonna be happy because I'm not gonna be projecting my insecurities and fears onto him because I'm just gonna be myself. And he'll never have to hide and cower and play basketball if he really wants to be an accountant, because I'm gonna accept him however he is. And that's beautiful. As a parent, that's what everyone should aim for, in my opinion. If they want to be a 6'10" accountant,
at least to ask him these questions I'm asking.
Yeah, add those numbers.
That's why I wish I was on this podcast.
That's just how I feel. But I'm also a newer mom. I have a fresher, in my mind, a different perspective, because like how I view being a parent is very different than what is kind of shoved down our throats as mothers. Like, I'm not supposed to have an identity, I'm supposed to dress a certain way, I'm supposed to talk a certain way. My son wants to know questions. I'm going to answer them honestly. I have no reason to lie to him. And like, just like all those other videos where I was talking shit and talking about whatever I was talking about, he's also going to see this one with me and you. He's going to say, wow, like, that's my mom. He's going to be proud of me because
See, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
I'm in my truth. So it's like, yeah, add this to the list of videos he's going to see when he gets older, and maybe he'll be bullied in 10 years. Like, okay. Hopefully it'll still be gold by then.
Yo.
Hey, listen. She was a lot more nicer in text. She definitely stands on whatever she stands on.
I'm going to stand on what I say. I'm not going to ever disrespect you.
I like that. I like that.
I respect you. And I wanted to say, too, like, you know, I had searched a video on YouTube. I kind of want to just get a.
He said he's gonna be proud of me.
Of like what
Big fish, thank you for the love and resub.
I know what you've posted about me.
How to subscribe to the stream.
I know you've posted about me here and there.
Do you think I've posted? So what do you think about the posts I've posted about you?
You're just posting what's going on. You're posting public information, whether it's a comment, whether it's what I posted on social media. It's public information. So what I feel like after I watch this.
Do you think it's out of context?
No, I don't. You're reporting kind of like the climate, the news of what's going on and what people care about. People want you to, it's like, why didn't you post about this? You're posting about what people want to talk about. There are thousands of comments under that post for a reason. So I don't honestly.
The trigger points though that I know, like, everyone who watches me has gotten so mad at you about, like, shoot, the child support thing.
But that was untrue. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So why don't you clear it? Just say, hey, listen.
I'm not getting that amount in child support. Ooh, so you guys are gonna be nice to me now?
Hold on. No, but they would though.
No, they wouldn't. They would not.
If they didn't feel like you were getting some huge lick.
What if she gets more? What if she gets more? Oh, I'm not getting 200K. I'm getting 250.
She's a living, breathing image why American modern women are going to be single in the future at higher rates. Good thing I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Call me misogynistic, I don't care, but I'm wifing up a girl who can cook, clean, and is unknown.
Nigga, me too. That's what I'm aiming for too. Yo, you gotta understand, bro, like, this generation's perception of love is fucking awful. And it's getting worse and worse by the year. But you know what? You want to know why I think it is? It's because I feel like the music is heavily influencing it. And girls like Brittany Renner are fucking influencing it. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I don't know about you guys, but my parents are split. I feel like majority people who's around the age of 20, parents are split. That's just my personal opinion. If your parents are still together by the age of 20, God bless you. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta understand
so,
that.
Nigga, bang, bang, hopes for the gang, smoke
every
for
time.
The pain.
Please get a K in here. We need to know why he ain't asked her the real question.
Appreciate donation. I don't know why either. Axe not in the cord. I don't know. But listen, every year it gets worse and worse because when I was in high school, when you're in high school, what happens?
So, nigga, bang, bang,
there's always that one girl in high school who gets pregnant. Facts or fiction?
Y'all gotta think about it. We live in an era where 50% of girls have OnlyFans. He's not going to be the only kid with a mom like this. There are going to be a bunch of kids with moms like him.
Yo, the fact that you said that, there's about 50% of women who own OnlyFans. It's not even 50, but I know for a fact it's around there. Bro, I don't go through my timeline without saying a fucking OnlyFans link, or a girl talking spicy on Twitter that I know she not doing, or just on some regular shit that's just like, you feel me? It's the sad truth. I ain't gonna say 50%. That's too high of a number. But I'm gonna give you at least 10. Is that fair, chat? Fair number? 10%. There's not a doubt in my mind if someone was to run a statistic, women from the age of 18 to 24, 10% have OnlyFans. Not a doubt in my mind. If there was to run a data test from ages 18 to 24 and a strictly woman, there's not a doubt in my mind at least 10% have an OnlyFans. Facts. In the U.S.
Rational thinking person, which I know we're dealing with the asses, the masses.
Some
I know
of them kids
we're dealing
watching.
with, right, but it's like that's
They're
not
17.
even, but they don't understand that alimony versus child support is very different. That's why you get those bigger numbers in alimony, because it is different.
Exactly,
like you're
Rod.
someone's wife,
Hey,
it's different.
it's like,
Your
bro, you
child
know how many
is
bitches
based
have
on the child's
OnlyFans
needs.
on the
I'm not
low?
saying anything that's
Look at this mad
military
bitches who
like,
have OnlyFans.
it's the child's
and
needs.
do this
No
shit
one would
like
ever get
anonymously.
$200,000
Nigga, they don't have
Yo,
like,
nigga.
I don't know.
me?
When I originally saw that report,
Somebody, I don't know why my audience is telling me to, like, I'm live. I'm actually about to
Nigga,
get
you
up.
missed the golden question act. I'm watching this podcast. Sorry, I was watching this podcast act. You missed the gold. There's 2 golden questions. The very first golden question was.
Wait. Which podcast you watching?
The Brittany Renner.
Oh, okay.
By
the way, everybody, make sure to check it out on Spotify.
Facts. Yo, chat. Everybody in my we watch this shit every episode. I ain't gonna lie. Chat, facts or fiction. We watch almost every fucking episode. Yo. Act, the golden question. You should have asked Brittany Renner, why did you put that man on child support? That was the golden question, Act. Why did you put that man on child support? What was the reasoning?
Okay, what's the other one?
Your chat. What was the other golden question? There was another golden question. Chat, what was the other golden question?
Nigga, get your shit in order. Yo, speaking of which,
yo,
you know I'm coming to Florida tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 2 to 3, or maybe I can look up and get 4, like, you know, guest interviews.
Yeah.
For the podcast, but I want to run back another podcast with me and you. I think people like our conversations. Like, we could throw Silky in there and whoever else like want to chime in, but like, shit, I wish I like just like I have at my studio here. I wish we had some shit where we could just have like group like conversation. But
yeah,
all this shit about Brittany, I wanna do a recap with you and talking about rap, because honestly, when I keep interviewing these rappers, like, they don't talk about what's going on in rap right now, and I know me and you do.
Yeah.
So, yo, I'm telling you now, because last time when I was telling you to pull up places, nigga, you don't.
Oh my god.
Nigga, I'm gonna do this in the daytime, so you can't tell me stream or nothing. You gotta pull
I'll
up.
pop out at nighttime.
Pull up, and we can record.
Tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow, but nigga, I'm gonna be there for a little bit.
You want me to try to get your rage to pull up?
Huh?
Your rage.
Nigga, yo, we should do the pod, me, you, and him.
I'll ask him, but it's hard to get rage to pop out, bro. But I'll ask him.
He's in Florida?
Yeah, he live in Florida. He live in Miami. He lives 5 minutes away from me.
Oh, I won't be there. Yo, oh shit. Yo, there's this event over there too. No, I gotta hit you offline about it. I'm gonna hit you offline.
Right.
Smart. Yo, anyway, yo, nigga, I'm actually about to get offline though, but yo, I gotta go pack and shit like that. Yo, I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow, because like I'm gonna be around where you at tomorrow anyway. So
yeah, I gotta wake up at 12 anyway, so I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be up.
All right, nigga.
All right, bro. Rage is a ghost. He definitely not showing his face for the first time on the X podcast. That's what I'm saying. Then they gonna have to join Discord. We're gonna have Rage through the Discord. We're gonna have your chat. We're gonna have Rage up on the screen, and it's gonna be his profile picture with the Yo, Chad, you know how many times Rage fucking trolls me? Yo, there'll be mad times Rage DMs me. And he'll just be like, yo, no, I'm finna come to the Hot Nation house. Yo, no, when am I invited? Yo, when can I come over? Yo, I'll be like, yo, Rage, you not coming, bro. Shut up. You not coming. You not, yo, chat. I can't make this up. This nigga lives 10 to 15 minutes away from me. This nigga has never been to my house, never linked nothing, bro. He always be trolling us. He never wants to link. TK comes over here. TK be, yo. There'll be times I'll wake up and I'll just see TK in the kitchen like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, yo, TK is here often. You feel me? Nigga. Everybody else, I mean, yo, Rage, that nigga Rage, man. Nigga's a ghost.
Somebody had to hit me and be like, yo, nah, she's not getting that.
No, I literally laughed.
I was tight. I'm like, what?
I was really, like, also flattered, too, because I'm like, wow, like, people
people
really think, like, my pussy, like, it's $200,000. Like, that's flattering.
No, that's not it. It's because we've seen with the NBA, and I don't even know if this is true. Like, there was a player called, I think it was Andre Iguodala or someone else, but he had to pay like his, I don't know if it was ex-wife or just baby's mother, like $50,000 a month.
But ex-wife.
It was ridiculous.
But first of all, every case is different, so I can't speak on that. I don't know. But being someone's wife or ex-wife is very different than being someone's baby mother. So that's why I'm saying, like, people don't really understand the legal system, how that works, how the funds are divided, how that number's even calculated, which I understand.
I give it that.
If you're not going through that, you don't know.
Bring
but it's like, that's a ridiculous
all the child support
number.
Going towards
I'd call TK when he's sleeping. I'll DM Rage right now, though.
It's literally
I'll DM Rage right now.
I'm
not DM him.
Like, it's
yeah,
but
like, that's
simple.
a finesse, though. It's like,
no, it's not.
Shut him on Instagram or Twitter. What you think he's more active on?
So the money coming in, you can't be like, yo, I'm finna get a purse. You could. Like, if there's excess money, extra money, you can't, like...
It's based on the child's needs. So, in my personal opinion, just from, like, what I've understood and what I see, yeah, it's really just for the child's needs. Like, there is not wiggle room for a fucking Chanel bag or something like that. It's not like that. So that's why, like, I love that I'm also in this position, too, because I get to also tell women a man is not a financial plan. And being someone's baby mama is a lot different than what, you know, people portray as what you would get in alimony money. So it's very different. I feel like girls, they're willing to have a baby with whoever, not realizing, especially with artists, because they can hide their money. They can put it in a trust. Like, there's a lot of ways around it to where it looks like they don't make a lot of money. Because I know a lot of bitches. I know a lot of bitches who have tried to they wanted to have. Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, a lot of finessers. And you looked at them like, yo, how can I finesse PJ? Didn't you just say all your friends are a mirror of you in some way? We found the mirror. Caught in 4K, chat. Facts or fiction? Caught in 4K. Oh my God.
Yes,
that's
the true finesse. Like, the true finesse. Like, I've had a lot of girls that I know that move in that way. And that's okay, but that's also not, in my mind, my moral compass, that's not right. Because you're basing, should I have an abortion or not, based on how much money I'll get in child support. That's crazy. Because a child truly is a blessing. And I've gone without a baby up until 29. And I can say, like, it's weird because I never thought I would be that type of person, but, like, my son has really changed my life. Like, the reason that I am
soon?
really owning my truth, honestly, because I don't want to be a fraud to him.
Hold off on it. I got to get back on my feet.
I want him to be the best version of him.
I hope you understand.
When you're now on Instagram, do you ever, like, break down and cry?
Of course I do. I'm a human. I have actual feelings. I'm not ever supposed to feel just because on Instagram I'm brave. I can be scared to death and be brave.
What usually
some of them this year
brings
probably
out
2022.
Is it because, like, I could tell you sometimes I feel a little down because I'm like, yo, damn, these people really doesn't matter. Sometimes I'll cognizantly try to appease people. You try to show that you're a good person, and then they're like, nah, we rather believe that you're this.
Yeah.
And then it'll get you down for a bit. What gets you down?
I mean, I think it's definitely not public perception because a lot of people say perception's reality. No, it's not. Because to know someone and have this conversation, a lot of you will never get that opportunity. So, like, the person that I'm meeting...
But the person who sees you in the airport, they're like, that's Brittany Renner.
And they'll also get a genuine encounter because that's just who I am. I'm the same person off camera as I am on camera. So I am a nice person, but I also am going to stand all 10 when it comes to who I am and what I'm about. I'm not going to let you just bully me around and put words in my mouth, you know? So I think when it comes to
I
how
don't know,
I
Chad,
feel,
but I just feel like Brittany.
I allow myself to feel in private.
She's
I
so
have a very close-knit
man.
support system.
I believe her
on
certain shit. Don't
express
get me wrong,
myself, I can
do
do that. But Instagram
Jesus,
Live,
baby.
IGTV is, to me, is just not the place for that. I do the inner work outside of social media.
Is that promo when you're putting up those videos? Is it a fake bravado, or is it just try to, kind of speak to other women who might be in your position?
It's very much still a part of me because all facets of me exist. They can all coexist. So like we're all sitting at the table. You have maybe the more theatrical villain that's on one end, and then you have the nice, I can't wait to meet you today, Akademiks. Like those both exist. They sit at the same table. So I think for me more
PJ
so
Washington has a 4-year contract for 12
who do I like? Where am I in that moment? In that present moment? How do I feel like speaking to you guys?
No.
And it's so funny because like people are like,
she said she didn't get
you
200K.
are in a Harry Potter movie. But it's just like, that's just what you bring out in me. And that is my truth in that moment. But to get these type of conversations, you have to get me in person. It's just, or I have to be feeling that way.
Different now.
And most of the time, that they don't bring that out
shit.
because they're committed to not understanding me. Just like you're like, I still think you're a finesser, and here I am. Like, I genuinely support what you're doing. Like, my security prince and I, when we were talking about you, like, I do feel like people wrongly judge you. They pick on you because they think you're under that old law, like that old, like, you don't talk about this, you don't talk about that, and you look like them. You look like them.
You're good. No, but you do get it, though. You do get it.
But what I'm saying is like, we're in this beautiful studio shooting this with incredible lighting. Like,
yeah, Rose.
I'm proud of you. Like, I don't know you. Like, you're not, you're just average blogger. Like, I mean, my God, like, you've really got it out the mud. So it's like, I feel like a lot of people pick on you because you're an easy target, because you don't live under that old law. You don't live by a certain set of principles where it's like, yeah, I'm going to report whatever's going on and I accept how it comes. If that means not going to a festival, that means not going to a festival. But I'm going to report the real. And I respect that about you. That's why when I watched that video about you, I was like, so y'all will support people who push drugs to your community, who will sell your aunt a crack rock, but you're not going to support someone who graduated college, who makes an honest, legitimate living and just reports on public information? That's crazy.
She got me, y'all. I'm on her side.
I'm not here for that. That's what I'm saying. People don't look at the truth.
Yo, she got me.
I support you.
Yo,
and I'll say that.
Listen, I was trying to make it through the whole thing. She got me. All right, listen, I'm Team Brittany Renner now. Okay?
It's
what
just
the
truth.
fuck?
A different light now.
Nigga, act holy and folded.
Report how you
No.
Act is holy and folded.
And that's the thing where until you came here, you did not feel the need to clear it up. Like, for example, if I see a report, or it could, like, sometimes it's even unverified. Hey, the reason why she did this is because she was at Rolling Loud because she wanted to see the new freshman class or something. And it's unverified. That's a great story, right? You won't say shit about it.
No.
You know, and a lot of times when you don't clear up something, sometimes people accept it as the truth.
And that's okay.
That's not okay. For me, I feel like I fight.
If it's okay, then don't accept the consequences.
You know, hey, some of the things that you guys have tried to crucify me about, maybe you have a point, or maybe I just can't fight. Just because, like, I would never win, right? But the things that you guys try to
probably
perpetuate
amazing
about me, that's false.
That's all you're thinking about right now?
I've tried to show different. And I think you're trying to do that the same way.
I'm just going to be myself and accept it how it comes. So I just feel like for me to dispel every rumor or like headline, why? Because at the end of the day, I could sit here, like I said, front to back and tell you my story, and you still will not have a lick of empathy for me. And that's okay. I don't need your empathy because I empathize with myself.
Issues? Is there any daddy issues there? I gotta ask.
But I feel like you're kind of asking that question to kind of justify why I've moved the way I've moved. So it's like I have mommy and daddy issues. So what's your point now? I was raised by my grandparents. So yeah, like the only thing I wanted.
People always say that when they see certain behaviors. So
it's very important to have your mother as well.
Okay. So parental issues have played a part.
In my self-discovery, of course it has. Of course it has. I mean, really, there's nothing that I can say that I've gone without. Except my parents, because I was raised by my grandparents.
Yo, chat. What do I rate Brittany Renner 1 through 10?
I thought, they didn't want to be around. I didn't understand that my dad was battling with addiction. I didn't understand that my mom was kicked out of my grandma's house. my grandma laid that law and was like, you're not going to be around.
8,
You're too
7
in and
and a
out.
half,
You know, you don't have any
8 went
stability.
2,
I didn't know
9.
that until later in life. So I had a very estranged relationship
8.
with both of them. I have an amazing relationship
She a solid
with them now.
8 point.
So it's like, yeah, like
point.
we all come from different things. You could come from a dual parent household and still have
8.3.
issues. There are still things, you see your dad cheating on your mom or your mom's staying for financial reasons, and you still grow up with issues because you saw that. So I get why you asked that question, but at the same time, like, it's not here to point the finger. My parents allowed me to like look inward and figure out, why do I place men on such a pedestal? Why did I move from Woodland Hills, California to Charlotte, North Carolina to be with a man? We weren't even like serious. Like, we were serious, but I was like, I want to move to Charlotte because I just want you to just give me the opportunity to show you who I am.
Have you tried to remediate any of those issues? I can tell you
With
when
what?
it came.
North Carolina.
With my
crazy.
parents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a great relationship with them now. Yeah, for sure.
Well, but remediate some of the things that you probably took. Like, for example, if you watched your dad cheat on your mom, right, the entire time, you might think, hey, listen, this is what a relationship is, right?
Yeah, my parents were like they were never married. They were never really like together like that. But I'm just speaking for, I know people who come from dual parent households that their father cheated on their mother, and they have, you know, you would think that they have two parents, their life should be perfect, and they still have issues because of that stuff.
So, well, I can tell you
it's just
me,
different.
So my mom and dad were actually married. They separated or divorced, whatever. And, you know, later in my life, because I grew up mostly with my grandma and my mom, I definitely developed a resentment to my
Towards
father.
your dad,
right?
of course.
Before he passed away,
I think majority of people
as
do.
I became a man,
Facts or
and
fiction?
just starting to see things and starting to maybe understand things maybe in a different lens, because as a kid I couldn't imagine why.
Of course, you're not supposed to understand as a kid. Right? Yeah.
And I remember one of the last conversations I had with him, it was like, hey, yeah, I don't really see you that much.
You know, if you get divorced in Cali, the woman gets half the income. Yeah, basis lost billions. Yeah, I know.
Understand why they made certain decisions. Yeah. Not that I agree with it, but I understand being a man making those decisions myself, and that was big for me.
That's huge.
So like in terms of, you know, and I hope I've grown from it. Like, you know, kind of like, hey, listen, well, if you're in the same situation or whatever the case is, now you can know where maybe that came from. Because
I respect his ex-wife because at least she donated the money. But the thing is that you don't even know what you're donating your money to nowadays, man. That's
I feel like there's more than meets the eye. And as a young person, I really didn't find out the truth until probably like 25, 26. So it just wasn't for me to know. Otherwise, I would have known. My grandparents, my parents, they did the best they could with the awareness that they had. And it's just that simple. Like, I don't hold that against them. There is no resentment. It is what it is. So it's kind of that. I definitely understand more than anything. I feel like it takes more intelligence to try to understand someone than it is to just like judge them and be like, oh, this doesn't feel right for me. It's just like, well, can you understand their perspective? You put yourself in their shoes. That's what true empathy is if I'm DJ Akademiks, I'm putting myself in your shoes. How I would feel if people were crucifying me for just reporting news.
Listen,
Spam.
Right. Yo, okay. Anyway,
watch
so
out for that nigga phone.
We've learned from this shit, because like,
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. Talking to you, I feel like I've gotten context.
Okay.
But I don't know if
it's genuine.
I'm coming away from this by saying I completely all the way get it. I feel like I get the fact that you're not as bad as we think you are.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also get that you're standing in what you believe your truth is. And that's valid enough, but
this guy's a master manipulator. She even got me confused. I swear.
I feel like some of these issues repeat itself. Like, I feel like if you get with another entertainer,
I feel like this is the girl you just stay away from.
Same thing is
like you don't even want to fuck. You just stay away. Like you want to be cool
like,
with her to see what she does to finesse niggas. Like you feel me?
It's not.
Okay.
This is how a bitch will get you backdoored. Facts.
With entertainers, especially even young ones. Like I look at Lala and Carmelo, and like, you know, I don't want to sound like some piece of shit who like, oh, I knew like it was destined to fail. It was like, hey, you have a younger dude who, again, just got fame and success, and he's going to fall victim at times to some of what that comes with. And when I see you, and not saying you're only attracted to younger dudes, but you're very open in terms of who you're attracted to, right?
Wait, what did this girl do?
You're gonna run into
PJ Washington's baby mom.
If you're looking for monogamous relationships,
PJ Washington, the basketball player, gave her a baby, and she filed child support on him while she's already rich. The child support claimed rumors on the internet that she was getting $200,000 a month.
If the guy you like right now says, "Hey, listen, I really fuck with you, but I want to be honest with you, I don't want to hurt you. Let's keep this shit."
Everybody says she's a groomer because PJ Washington's 23 and she's 30.
I'm all the way there with you, but I don't want to put you in a position where, if you find out that I fucked a girl on the road, whether they're a rapper, tennis player, athlete, any type of person, I just don't want you to get hurt, so I want us to be open.
I think it's called an
I'm assuming I've never been in an open relationship, but I'm assuming there's open communication, so there would never be any type of sneakiness. It would be not like, oh, you're going to find out. It's more so, I can't tell you what I would be down with, because I feel like a lot of times guys are like, oh, let's have a threesome with a girl. Well, you have a threesome with a guy. Yes or no?
Stop it, bro. you wouldn't want to pose that question to a guy. Stop it, bro. Really?
Why not? Why can't I ask that?
That's not no threesome. That's a train.
So it's a train if it's two dicks, but it's just a threesome if it's two girls?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where you got to draw a line. It's either you're with...
You have to draw a line. I don't have to draw a line. The lines
men,
are blurred.
universally, we've drawn a line. We don't even call two men and a woman a threesome. We call it a whole separate thing. It's a train. Right? So we're telling you we could do... Yo, she wants to have a train.
No, but in all seriousness though, like, I feel like
that's out here.
What if this was your mom?
But see, like that's you trying to be funny. Like that's you trying to be funny and trying to lighten this conversation with some
seriously
humor,
though.
and it's like degrading humor. I'm not here.
It's not degrading humor.
No, because you're like, oh, like stop. That's not like, we're not talking about.
Okay,
that.
so all right, so let's talk about.
You said, no,
why would you be interested in two dudes?
Why not? Like two guys loving on me at the same time?
So you're open to maybe even three then?
I don't know what I'm open to. I've never done it before, but I'm also never going to say never. Curious, of course.
Why?
Oh my God.
I feel like I've done a lot of stuff.
Usually women, right, when it comes to like, especially a guy that they're with, right, if they like that guy, they're not usually interested in receiving any other dick.
She is 30 and a mother. Oh my God.
Well, you know, I feel like a lot of your points that you make, they're very narrow-minded. It's very black and white.
Okay, so I'm asking about you. So while being with another man, have you ever had thoughts, fantasies, or elsewise about another man being there? Because when men do, it doesn't bear any type of reflection to their emotional or personal commitment to you. That's just usually a sexual fantasy. So I'm wondering how you see it.
Well, I would say in the past that I've always been extremely devoted and I don't see anyone outside of my partner. But if I remove all restrictions, I do have a different outlook. So I never even allowed myself to take it that far, fantasy-wise even, because it's just like, I'm not supposed to feel like this. I'm not supposed to be curious. So now that I'm just more in my freedom, more in my truth, I'm like, well, what would be so wrong about that besides a bunch of people saying, you got a train right on you? Like, if it's you and your teammate, or you and your friends, or you and whoever, like, why should I be and I know this clip, I know they're going to try to crucify me for this shit.
You're single right now. You're single right now. What I'm saying is that with your man, though.
Your whole mother.
But if my
this
man
was Sweetie shit right here.
If my man was into
when
that.
Sweetie said this shit, niggas looked at Sweetie like, yo, you really,
but
yo, you burnt out.
If my man,
Sweetie was burnt out saying that.
But she wasn't burnt out saying that.
She was burnt out. Sweetie?
Would you fuck Sweetie?
Of course.
Okay, then she's not fucking burnt out.
No. Hold on. Here's the thing. But I would look at her as burnt out if she was like, yo, come join me and Quavo. Like, what do you?
That's lit.
Yeah, that's
First
crazy.
of all, I don't want to join no nigga.
That's okay. That's not for you. I'm just saying I'm never gonna say. I'm not gonna sit on this couch and say never. That's all I'm saying. I'm never gonna say never.
While you're single, well, if you got a man,
now if I had a man and my man was into that, like his dick got hard off the, us doing that. Why wouldn't I want to make him happy?
Yo, stop it.
Hell nah.
So hold on. So you be cool with your man getting hard off you being with
getting dick, taking dicks. Yeah.
Okay, so you into that swinger shit then?
I've never done that, but I'm saying I'm keeping an open mind. Now that I'm, I've kind of like stepped into this new awareness, I just am open. That's all I'm going to say. I obviously would.
You ever done an orgy?
No.
Why not?
Well, with 3 girls and 1 guy.
Nah, that's a foursome. Yeah. That's a foursome.
That's all I've ever done. That's
so like you've never had multiple, so you've wanted to have multiple dicks?
Recently.
I don't know if you could even handle that shit.
Yeah, I know. I kind of have to work on some other stuff down there, but yeah, I'm open.
What the fuck?
So hold on. So if you're,
don't you guys want a loyal slut?
Yeah, but with other girls, like if you look at any one of my niggas and you're like, yo, yeah, you could bring him. Let me ask you a question. So if your man said to you, yo,
what the
I ain't gonna
fuck?
lie, like, yo, my homie.
Let's just say if I had a man and he's like, us 3, what's that?
You be down.
Yeah. What's the problem?
Like take turns type shit, or like all in the same.
Or take turns. I feel like we've gotten really left field with this conversation, but I'm just telling you the truth. I'm not going to lie. And Prince knows I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You know that. If he was into that, if he was like, I really want to see him.
She said all the niggas she slept with was potentially husband. Now she said she had a foursome. Some they adding up. Facts. Yo, honey, thank you for the 10 months.
I just don't get with a woman. This is what I've learned. When women like a guy, they don't want to share that guy. Not only don't they want to share that guy, they have an innate understanding that that guy most likely doesn't want them to share themselves.
I get that part of it. But there are some men who are into that. It's not so black and white is what I'm trying to tell you.
It is black and white because you biracial. That's the white party.
Okay.
I was having a lot of people who are. Yo, I was having this conversation with like, with Adam. You did a show.
Chad, I ain't gonna lie to you, my nigga. I am not. I'm not. So, yo, Chad, have y'all ever ran a train? Keep it on it. Similar to you. Just keep it on it. Just be honest.
They do porn though. His girl.
I know him and Lena.
Yeah, his girl has a child by him.
Yes.
That's his fiance.
Correct.
And he said recently he's been thinking about having another guy come in to do some shit like, and I was like, yo, you gotta draw a line, my brother. Like,
why did you
said I'm 14?
Because I feel
like you honestly.
I'm not being any type of phobic if I'm like, yo, it's weird if you're turned on by another man having sex with your girl, right? Like that.
I feel like that's your judgment. I
feel like that's black people. Like,
no,
if you could,
enjoy
another man fucking your girl, we look at you, we're gonna judge you. Like,
but you know what?
Seem inadequate. Wait, hold on. It's only different when it's Drake. But I'm not watching it, though. I'm not watching it. You can tell me the story afterwards. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm not watching it. But it's different when it's Drake. Facts. I'm not watching it, though. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it, though. I ain't watching it.
Because, honestly, we could judge what we're doing right now. Like, oh, you do these interviews and you post blogs and you do. We could judge you for that. So it's like anybody can be judged for anything. But you want to judge because he wants to do that. If that's what he's into, that's what he's into. I don't think there's like a name for that. And I think it's okay if you're not into it. You don't have to agree. That's fine. But I think to like judge and be like, that's weird, you're lesser, you're an inadequate.
Let me ask you a question. You get with a guy, he's into, I don't know, he got 4 homeboys. And he says, yo, baby, I think it'd be so sexy if we all fuck you.
I would have to think about it.
And all 4 of them.
I have to think about it. I'm not going to say never. You keep asking me all these different, you keep plugging in different variables.
Oh, you said you were thinking about it before? I'm like, yo.
I'm thinking, I would think about it.
Where do you draw the line?
Why do we have to draw a line?
Yo.
Oh,
what time we got? Okay.
Yo, again, I feel.
Did you want to ask me something else?
No, I feel like.
Okay.
This is
I feel
crazy.
like in the last 5 minutes, I feel like you're playing a role. I don't think that's what you really think. I feel like you're looking for love, and I feel like you want to be monogamous. And I feel like you have a perception about yourself that you're not going to shy away from. And while indulging in that, whenever you find the person who's able to accept you for your past,
no, see, would it run a train with Silky? Absolutely not.
You're
bro.
Down to
listen.
However,
when I'm fucking, I don't want to see another dick in my presence. I'm sorry. Never, nigga, never. When I'm fucking, I do not want to see another penis in my presence, other than my own. That's it. Facts or fiction? It's fucking facts.
They want you to be, which is, by the way.
No, I just am going to keep an open mind. I feel like I have no problem keeping my options open and just not judging things. And if that's monogamy, if that's inviting other people, I'm open-minded. I just feel like it's really about how I feel.
You and Suki and Kylie Jenner. No, me and Kylie Jenner. Suki can go later.
I'm open. I'm not saying like any guy I'm with, we have to be able to fuck guys and girls together. Or no, you can't even look at somebody else. Like I just am gonna keep it open. I don't know
you on tomorrow?
what my husband
I'm
looks
gonna try
like.
to make it because I think Ag wants to go to the club tomorrow.
Will entail. I do know that I am happy with one person, just like I would be happy having open sexual experiences as well.
Why you gotta go first? Because the thought of somebody even fucking before me is crazy.
Yes.
Would you be in a relationship with just a woman?
No.
So you're not bisexual.
That could be argued because if you hook up with guys, what does that make you?
Let's not even imagine what it happened.
You're asking me what does that make me? I'm like, I don't know. What does it make me? Bisexual? If it makes me, I don't know. Is there a label? Sure.
I'll say bi-curious because like.
How am I bi-curious if I'm eating pussy?
No.
That's a little bit more than curious.
No, I would imagine if you're having sexual relations with any sex, you would. If I could have sex with the opposite sex, I could think about being in a relationship.
If I ever fuck Brittany Renner,
you're saying you would have sex with the same sex, but not be in a relationship with them. That's
Kylie or Kim?
Realistically, I probably wouldn't. But I mean, I also will say never say never. I want dick, so I don't know. Girls are fun, but you know, this is how I feel. I feel like we're on The Office. You know how they always look at the cameras?
No, I love The Office. Yo, listen, I don't think I'm gonna get like to some type of conclusion with Brittany. Yo,
it is a lot. We could really keep going too, and we have to get going. But I would love to sit here and just all day. But
yeah. Anyway,
this is
there's nothing that I feel like we've concluded. Is there anything you want to ask me?
Why did you take this interview? Because I did ask you. We did kind of like.
You did say, why the fuck do I want to talk to you? And I'm like,
why did you do this? Because I know they're going to be like, you weren't mean to her. You're such a simp. Ew, why are you team Brittany Renner? You should have said. So why did you even take this interview? That's what I'm really curious about.
I wanted to talk to you because number one, I felt like there was definitely context behind everything we've heard about you.
Okay.
Number two, I felt that there was a little bit of pretentiousness in everything you said and you weren't showcasing the hurt. I've seen it on the opposite side where certain women who have that bravado of, I don't give a fuck what you guys think. And you could call me a whore, you could say whatever about me, but we're all human. Just like if people just all call me an asshole or just like, yo, it's a bitch ass thing. Like, it's going to affect you at some point, right? And I wanted to see just face to face with you where that line was and how you cope with it. Because some people don't cope well with it at all. And while it looks like they're flourishing, they're actually suffering inside.
What's good, basic?
You seem to be doing well.
I can do
for
both.
The most part.
I can allow myself to feel and not judge any emotion I have and still do what needs to be done. It's like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're wondering, like, how come there's not a conclusion? Because it's not about being right or wrong. It's not about, she fits into this box or that one.
Off.
I just
feel like she's just playing mind games. I know you should create a Reddit.
Like,
I have one, but I haven't used it. Yo, colleagues, matter of fact, we're gonna stop promoting that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I can be extremely sensitive and emotional.
Collins, what's our Reddit? I think it's going Twitch.
Be strong. Like, I don't have to choose. And I think that's like been the biggest lesson with this last relationship I was in is I never had to choose between black or white. I could be gray. And that's kind of like my biggest thing, I guess, my message to everyone that is watching that, when I open my mouth, there is a lot to say. There's a lot to judge. There's also a lot to think about. Think about how it relates to your life.
I just got back from being sick.
But I don't have to choose.
I'm going to be good, though.
I don't have to be butthurt about my parents.
But trying to find a partner, though, you do. I mean, like, listen, if you're
not gonna lie, Chad,
this person who,
it's 4 a.m. I was gonna download Crab Game and play it.
These things,
but
there's
everybody's
perceptions,
asleep,
and there's gonna be narratives that's created about it, and of course, the person who eventually you might want to settle down with, they're gonna look at you and be like, nah.
And you know what? I feel like if the big bad perception of me scares you away, then you were never meant to be in my life. Like, I love
Would you
that
let Drake fuck your
only
bitch for $1 million?
the strong. It's like only the strong will survive. Only the brave will get through those barriers. Like, it will take a certain man seeing something within me that I know I'm showcasing, but it's like we all have eyes, but we all don't see the same thing. So it filters through the people that would waste my fucking time. So I have no problem with people steering clear of me out of fear because I know who I am. And the right people are going to see me for who I truly am.
Brittany Renner, y'all. Listen.
Nah,
Thank you for having me. You're everything and more in person, I'm not going to lie.